Hayes, you muted, bro. You mute. Hold on. Start
Yeah,
it back over, Hayes. You gotta unmute yourself.
yeah, I'll mute yourself, man.
Nah, you did that, player. Quit playing. Because my hands ain't even touching it. So quit playing. Hey,
No,
but that's my
I hit
boy.
unmute and it said
You did it. You
can't
did it.
unmute
Just,
music
hey,
because
just
music.
get back. You did it. You did it.
No, it
Yo,
said
what's up
I
with it,
sat up there.
y'all?
I'm trying to unmute you, and it said can't unmute user because user has choose to mute it themselves.
My hands wasn't touching
You
it,
probably
brother.
hit the button.
Listen, my
It's
hands
all
ain't
good.
never touch it, my brother.
It's all good.
Hey,
But yeah,
y'all know
bring
what
it
time it
in.
is. Y'all know what it is. It's Wednesday,
Yeah,
baby. It's sick. You Ain't Lying podcast with my dog, DJ Killzone Jones. You already know. Today
Yes,
we got a
sir.
special guest, man.
yes,
This
sir.
guy here, man, with songs and videos like Vegas,
Man,
Intro,
man,
No Warning.
yes, sir.
Come on now.
Man, what's happening,
Network.
y'all?
Can't play
Network.
with
My
me.
guy, Jay Fresh, Jerk
What's
J,
up,
man. What's
man?
the
What's
word
happening,
with it,
man?
man?
What's happening, man? Appreciate the invite. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all
Bro, you
good,
doing
man.
nothing, bro. Like,
Man,
bro, you
look,
been inviting me to the studio with you for a minute, so
man,
have to catch your vibes for, I've been seeing what
for
type of
sure.
time you, bro.
For sure, man. You know we done caught some vibes, man. So you asked me to come. I didn't ask you to come to the studio, so you asked me to come on the podcast. So I couldn't say no, man. Couldn't say no at all. So
Bro, I
appreciate,
appreciate you, bro.
yeah.
Me, bro, I
Appreciate you.
appreciate you.
Appreciate
Yes, sir. Yes,
What you
sir.
been up
Y'all
to,
doing your
Zone, man?
thing, man.
Yes,
You say
sir.
what?
Yes, sir. Man, I was asking that boy Zone, man. That's what you been up to, man.
you. Man, just living life and just dealing with it, taking every day at a time, man. Just working hard and rolling with the punches, man. It was kind of a hard week, but
Yeah,
we
Uh,
gonna keep it rolling. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
sir.
yeah, we getting. Yes, sir. We getting towards the end of the week, Thursday. So you already know, man. Weekend around the corner, up the street.
Yeah.
How you been, bro? Jerry J.
Man,
How you
man, I've been
been, man?
straight, man. Just been keeping my head on the level. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the studio finishing up my new album, man. Hope to drop in like May, April, May. You know what I'm saying? So
Man,
it's been working. So man, I'm still here, man. It's been crazy, crazy year. Still 2021 been crazy. Almost it's 20, but we still here, still breathing. So that's all the motivation we need to keep going. So
yeah,
yeah,
man. Me, I've been on the same path, man. Just
yeah,
working and taking care, man, of the fam,
yeah,
trying to balance everything out.
for
Oh
sure,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you'll lose your mind, man, if you trip off of some of the things that's going on in the world.
for
If you
sure,
trip off of it too much, you know what I'm saying? So so to stay sane a little bit, we gotta just keep doing what we've been doing.
for sure.
Staying the course and just mashing, you feel me?
Yes,
For
sir,
real, man. For real.
Staying the course
for
and
sure.
mashing, man. I wanted to man to start this off, man, and by asking, man, because we all know that hip hop started in the '70s and stuff like that in 1973,
Yeah.
but do y'all think that the genre is stagnant or is moving forward?
Jerry, you go first, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it's moving forward only because it's a lot of subcategories, especially like how it's you got your Uzi Verts, you got then you got your J Cole's, you got your Drake. So it's like different categories under hip hop. They've got more diverse with it.
Yeah,
So just off the diversity alone, I'm gonna say it's expanded, and then how it's transited into the culture, how everything's from politics to the world, how everybody, and then you got all these other races, want to get into hip hop too. So I feel
right,
like we started it, but it's just been popularized by the world, man. You can't go nowhere in the world without hearing hip hop. So I'm gonna
yeah,
say,
hip hop. You feel me?
yeah,
For sure.
That's what you think, Zone?
Um, I'm gonna
Is it
just go
stagnant?
ahead on to say that it's been stagnant, and the reason why I say it's been
Mm,
stagnant is
mm,
because we have given up a lot of creative control, and
okay,
so basically, what's been going on is you have a lot of popular rap, but you don't have a lot of diversity like you do. I mean, yeah, we know as hip hop fans, but the masses don't know about a Freddie Gibbs or
right,
a Currency
right.
or or I'm trying to think of some Smoke Dizza. You know what I'm saying?
Dave
Uh,
East or something. You feel me?
Dave E. Well, no, they know Dave East because Dave East got that push and got songs with people. The Don Trips, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? The Starlitos, you know what I'm saying? Those people that really are out here in those lyricists and those people that make. I mean, it's some trap rappers or some anime. I say some anime rappers like my boy Chris of SJE. It's some video game chip tune rappers, chip hop rappers like my boy Megaran. Like
Yeah.
it's people out there, man, that you know what I'm saying, that ain't really getting that push or that love because the labels that or the people that are independent, the guys that got the bag, just putting the money behind it. It's just street, murder, 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 kill,
Uh,
Hmm.
hustle,
I
twerk,
feel
twerk,
like it's
twerk.
been that way though since gangster rap though was birthed though since the early 90s.
No,
Yeah.
you still had because you still had like in the
That
game back
lane
in
of
the
music
90s.
have always been around since
Yeah.
like that lane of music. Now, what you kind of saying is, yeah, when hip hop kind of like in the 90s, man, and we did have like a diverse, landscape of music because you had everything. But me personally, I feel like it is, but it ain't because I feel
Hmm.
like in today's world, music is an acquiring taste. So
True.
basically, we can make a playlist of whatever we want, like on whatever platform we're using. We can make a playlist. It ain't hard, but some, man, we got YouTube, SoundCloud,
Right.
every other title. I mean, like every and Spotify. So you can use these tools to make your own playlist because it's not like back when you only had like the Pandora and they playing, they only giving you what they want to give you. And so I
Or
feel
just buying a
like,
CD.
man, so me personally, I just feel like, man, you can listen to whatever you want to listen to unless you just somebody that really don't care and just listen to whatever the world dish out to you.
Isaiah Watson says nothing's new under the sun, but yeah, it's an oversaturated saturation of
Oh,
BS.
that's my boy. That's my boy. That's one of my boys. I know. I had told him about the show, man. He tuned in. So shout out my boy Di.
Salute,
Tap
man.
in.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching, man. Wherever you
Yeah. Shout
watching,
out everybody tuned
we
in.
live. We live
Right.
right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Jadaio. No, I keep on saying Jadao. Why I keep messing it up? Jadao Gaming. Shout out to
Yeah.
L Streets. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to L Streets one time.
Yes,
Yeah.
But
sir.
yeah,
I feel like though, man, that the beasting got better, the flows, the
Yeah.
cadences, everything has got better, man. And then like
Yeah.
it's not like you can't be one of them guys that just like on the old head statuses that just like to be stuck in the boom bap
Yeah.
world or the old school because I like all of it. You
Right.
know, me with my own music personally, I know what my own music is, and I know like I mean, to me, I don't feel like I got cuts that you can just put on in the club and like dance or when it's time for partying.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not the person. You know what I'm saying? You can
Hmm.
probably cut it on if that's just what taste for. But for the most part, I want to hear some turn up stuff.
Right. Right. It's all about the
mm-hmm.
mood.
So
It's all about what kind of mood you in.
right. So
Mhm.
it's either you got either your own catalog is your catalog enough to know like yeah, well my own music I just got that head nod, like I got that shit that you gonna feel in your soul, that old head nod music,
Right.
but it ain't necessarily you
Mm-hmm.
can turn it on and everybody, hey man, everybody kicking
Yeah.
it to it, and everybody lit to it
Cause
like that. But that's cool because it's not like we can't make it. I just know when I was coming up, I often yeah man, that sound like the East Coast.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But the more that I understood that, I was like, you know what, you right, it do because now I understand myself enough to know like it do sound like the East Coast because that's the most closest origin of music that I come up off of too.
Right.
So when I look at who I am and I can say, yeah, man, I don't get offended. I didn't get offended when people said that. I just figured, hey, really I got my own style, but for them it sound like some East Coast shit maybe because of the choice of but it makes sense. Because we know how the West Coast sound and we know when the down south came in
My boy
Yeah.
went
Fly
with that
said,
funk and they've been holding it ever since.
Yeah.
My boy Fly said the beats are the same. The majority of rap music has the ATL sound.
Yeah, see, I just
Yeah,
said that.
I
And
agree.
that's on
I
Facebook.
agree.
I just said, when Down South came in, you know what that was about,
Right.
because what we say Down South really got its start from Atlanta, or like back then, like the music came from Atlanta, like most of the music then too.
Then you got Houston too though with the chocolate screw. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on what,
That
like,
definitely was a movement for sure. That was
yeah,
a movement.
Hmm.
That was a
yeah.
movement for sure with the chocolate
Versus,
school.
yeah.
Hmm.
And you can,
Yeah.
and there's still elements of that being used today. I know Travis Scott from Houston, but still like popular artists that still use that sound in that music. So I
Yeah.
feel like the South period, has a huge effect on the game today for sure.
What about the
Hmm.
Midwest?
Yeah. We can't never have this conversation without bringing up Nelly, because without Nelly,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, there is no melodic like Nelly and Ja Rule, but I gotta give it to Nelly first because Nelly did it first, and then Ja Rule kind of came behind and did it for the
right,
East Coast with the old school records of the East Coast.
right,
Whereas Nelly did it with, the down south kind of the down south beats, but with like a western, like a
Yeah.
western swing. That's always been
right.
our music. Like we always had like guitars and drums and rock and country
I
music,
think what Nelly
but
Bronx actually was, he made you feel like you was from the Midwest. He gave you that country, like that sound that
Right.
they was giving. It gave you that country Midwest feeling, mixed over some hip hop.
Mhm.
What was
Yeah.
you saying?
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, Di said I feel like I'm like that now too. He was talking about his reference and making music.
Yeah.
My cadence is definitely from people like Nas, Dave East, and J. Cole.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
I could second that. I agree. I would second that. Yeah. Yeah. It's just, and I think another thing too, like uh, Hayes was kind of saying, it's kind of like music is subjective, so every every everybody gonna relate to something else more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a
Yeah.
big Wayne fan. Like some
Right.
people don't like Wayne, but I know Wayne. I got Wayne like the metaphors. I copy that to my own art, metaphors. He gonna say something crazy. Like you gotta rewind it. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's the kind of then sometimes if I'm just in that party mood, I'll turn on that Future, I turn on that Uzi Vert, I'll turn
Yeah.
on I'll turn on whatever's popping at the moment, whatever's the hit song, the Lil Baby or whatever. It's just
Hmm.
whatever. It's just however you feel and how you are a person. That's the good thing about hip hop. It's all out there. You just play whatever you feeling or whatever you digging at the moment.
Hmm. Of
And a
course.
lot of times, man, a lot of these records be actual old school records, and then I'll be a fan of the actual sample.
Right.
Because I be digging
Yeah.
into where the beat came from, and then when I look at that, and then I find out it's an old school song from the '70s, man, I'm gonna end up liking it because I like all type of music.
Thanks,
Hmm.
You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Jazz,
man.
R&B,
Man, I love
country. I
R&B
like
music,
it all,
man.
bro.
I
I
love
want to
R&B
hear it
music,
all.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
feel like right now, if you turn it on a radio station, it ain't not one R&B song that you ain't never heard, unless it's just new.
To be honest with you, that's kind of why Drake been on top, though. You feel what I'm saying? He always had the
He.
song for the ladies. That's why Nelly was on top. He had the song for the ladies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Music,
Yeah.
them songs for the ladies, R&B music. I just feel like you just can't go wrong with that because you gotta have. If you're an artist, you gotta have. You gotta be
yeah.
diverse. That's just my opinion. You gotta be at least diverse with your stuff. So
No,
I
but
always
that's
gotta have a
why
song for the ladies.
like LL Cool J stayed on top for.
Yeah,
So I mean, like
Yeah.
he catered to the women for a while. It's like, man, we can rap because me, I feel like, man, my music, I don't rap like tough. Like I don't
right,
try to say that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm more so like on a hustling rap, like more so on a motivational type of
Right.
spirit. But as far as that, it's just like, man, crazy, man. That's what you think, John.
Yeah.
Um. I mean, for me, I had to say, when I don't drop music as much, I'm about to start getting back to writing and doing that because I got a lot to say, a lot of
Mhm.
ground to cover. But I always was in that mind frame of like making a song be catchy and feel good for everybody. Like when I
Yeah,
when I heard Nelly, you know what I'm saying? for the first time, and I was out of town for the majority of like his first initial run.
Mhm.
Like I got to see firsthand, you know what I'm saying, like the impact of that song. Like people, like white people in New Jersey was singing, you know, country grammar word for word that never
Right.
ever stepped inside. They ain't even been to Camden, let alone they been to the north side of St. Louis. Like they,
Right.
you know, we in Cherry Hill, Merchantville, where all the money is at, like the
Right.
Clayton and the South County, West County of New Jersey.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
So, you know, to see that, and then they took to the culture. I said I gotta make hits, and I
Who
gotta
else
make
from the
like
Midwest and what we say who made a big impact too?
Kanye, of course. I mean, but
Kanye.
Kanye
Ooh,
kind of transcended it. Like he started
don't
his
forget
thing
Eminem.
off. You know, Eminem. Well, Eminem, I don't even think that he kind of took the game to another level because he knew he had to come out and be legit. I don't even put him as far as a movement. Yeah, he did kind of. He was the tip of the iceberg in Detroit to where you got your tricks, yo,
Right.
uh, what's Dope Boys Cash Out, Dage Loaf,
Yeah.
BLP
Mhm.
the Pac-Man, the T
Hands down.
Grizzlies, the
Yeah.
you know, Big Shine, you know, all of them. Like, but I felt like as far as people putting on, like I felt like Nelly and Nelly and Kanye really changed the game
Let me.
when it came to the Midwest and then the sound and the look. Cause you gotta think with Kanye, like I said, he kind of transcended too. I feel like Eminem made people who was in that category. You start seeing, you know, Jada. You start seeing Jay-Z even step up his bars. Cause it's
Right.
like
Yeah,
Jay-Z going
yeah.
back and forth with Eminem on that. That made Jay-Z, I feel like, a better
On
rapper.
that
Cause you start
Renegade,
seeing, yeah, on that
Yeah.
Renegade
Mhm.
was it's the way
who
they
you
was
feel like
rapping, like
got
you could
smoked on
tell.
that Renegade though?
Who?
Uh, Eminem,
Oh yeah, I want to know, man, and who?
I
Eminem, but
I think
Jay
Eminem
verse.
shot. I don't know. Eminem did his thing on that thing. Wow.
I think he gave he. I say
Yeah.
it's neck and neck because I feel like Jay Z heard that verse and that was probably the one and only time Jay Z probably went back in the booth other than with Biggie.
Yeah.
Probably on I Love the Dough. Like you can listen
Yeah.
to I Love the Dough
You think it
and
was
he
that
kind of
real?
went back.
But
It can't.
shoot,
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be no tie.
No,
It
I
can't
said
be
hey,
it's
no
a tie.
draw
I
because I
said
feel like
hey,
both of
if
them,
you
man.
listen to I,
yeah,
if you listen to I
It had
Love
to
the
be a
Dough
draw,
and
man, because both of
Renegade,
them was on it, bro.
yeah.
And I think that boy M straight made the beat too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, he made the beat?
Come on, I think he did.
yeah, he did.
Wow.
Him and Dr. Dre did.
Wow.
Oh
Hey, you
yeah,
know what? You know, I would say this too. If we talk about Jay-Z whole discography, y'all remember that song Otis?
Who?
yeah.
Otis
Otis,
off of
yeah,
Watch the
with him and
Throne.
Kanye.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna say this might be, but I think Kanye kind of out rapped him on that song too.
Well, I think they were just playing on that song, like the whole
Yeah,
song and the concept of them, like outside with the DeLorean with the
yeah,
turbo boost and everything. Like they was
yeah.
yeah.
just celebrating the fact that they, first of all, like
I know
they
Jay Z
kept
didn't go
they
as hardest, but Kanye, I think Kanye. I know Jay Z didn't go as hardest, but Kanye was snapping on that.
You said he
Yeah, I
was
feel like that
snapping.
was like the coming out party for Kanye because after that you got the Cruel Summer, you got
Hmm.
right before that you had my beautiful dark twisted fantasy. Jay-Z was kind of pulling back on the rap,
Right,
but the
right,
fact that they was the last two on that label, it was kind of like a souped up version of like it was like what Last to Walk was supposed to be for 3 6 Mafia. Like
for sure.
that what you call them Watch the Throne was basically like it was supposed to be the like Last to Walk for 3 6 Mafia. Like if they
Hmm.
got to do what 3 6 Mafia got to do what they actually want to do on their album instead of having to, go commercial, I think
Right.
we would have seen that type of energy on there where they having fun, but they also got records that, what I'm saying, that's gonna actually, move the because like I remember when niggas in Paris came out. And when that song came on, bro, I'm talking about it, we get
But
crunk, it's the
Kanye
swag,
first
it's the
three albums though.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about, yeah, of course. But we talk about people out rapping each other. I felt like Jay-Z, that's another case where Jay-Z was actually going hard and Kanye was actually kind of coasting back, like they was
Right.
kind of
Yeah,
having fun. But with
Right.
Jay-Z and Eminem, and then with even with Biggie and
That was crunch time.
Yeah, even with Biggie and Jay-Z on I Love the Dough, like you could feel the energy kind of shifting on that record where
Right.
Biggie just on there, just he just chilling on the record. You know what I'm saying? You got what was it? Adina Howard on there singing. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Or I forget the
I
other girl
love
name.
you. That was
Yeah,
a shit too.
but I'm saying Jay-Z was spitting like it felt like Big went in the booth and like rewrote his verse to just chill just because how hard Jay-Z was going. You know what I'm saying?
You say you feel
Like,
like, man, he went, man. Speaking on Big, man, I know you seen it. I know you seen Biggie. I got a story to tell.
oh man, I almost cried at that, bro.
Jerry
I
J,
almost
man,
cried
what you think
watching
about that, man? Did you see it yet?
I ain't seen the I haven't seen the documentary yet. I've seen
it.
commercials for it.
Ooh.
Man,
Okay, so man, we ain't gonna give it all up because it's people that ain't seen this zone, so we
yeah, I'm
can't.
definitely gonna watch that tonight though.
Man,
So we can't go on here and just spill all the beans. But maybe next week, man, we can
next
come.
week
We
Yeah,
can
we'll
do
do
it.
like a deep dive on it for
yeah.
y'all.
Yeah,
Like we'll
but
dissect it.
bro, Jay, when I tell you, bro, even I went into it on some like, man, what else can I tell, man? We not
Right.
really
Cause they got
finished.
a whole movie on them. You know what I'm
No, they
saying?
told the
Nah,
whole
bro, they was
story.
this. Yeah, this got
This is the
in, but this is
whole story. This is like ain't nothing else we could do after this. Like
For real?
we got to buy our
yeah,
piece. It's nothing other than I want to see the years of him. Like I want to see all like if B Rock got the footage, if Jay-Z got footage, if they got footage. Like I want to see an East Coast version of Straight Outta Compton with Jay-Z,
Mm.
DMX, Ja Rule,
man,
Biggie trying to put the because for real, you gotta look when Biggie died, they made the commission and Dr. Dre came over there with them, and it was Nas, it was Jay-Z, it was Foxy Brown, it was Ja Rule, it was like all of that. The success kind of spent out of like reasonable doubt. Like I think they're probably they for the Jay-Z movie, the first movie need to be Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. Like it need to be that. We need to see like the breakdown, the fallout, the get. Like it need to
Right.
be like three different arcs and three different eras for Jay-Z. And then the first movie don't even need to be a Jay-Z movie. It need to be a
Right.
Biggie movie, starting off with this success. Like we gonna get him dying in the movie, but then it's gonna pick up with few months later, Reasonable Doubt come out. Like the
Hey.
feeling that they had, and where they started, because Nas had came out and said that Biggie, him and Biggie was like Biggie was the glue between him and Jay-Z. He wanted them to get together. And the fact,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, and that was part of the reason why like Biggie's mom and Nas and Jay's, they all came together to kind of get them to squash that. And
Right.
now they kind of working together. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, if he was her, they probably wouldn't be beefing.
Right. Right.
But I just like it really, really like moved me to almost a tear, and it really motivated me because I seen like where they was at, and like they back was against the wall,
yeah,
people was dying,
Yeah.
like the money was super tight. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like it was do or die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even you even got Puffy on there talking, like being real and certain like y'all just go watch that mug, man. They did
yeah,
Netflix
man,
dropped
Yeah.
the check, man. Netflix dropped the check,
Hey.
man. I'm telling you,
Hey. Can I ask y'all this? Can I ask y'all this?
yeah.
I hope I'm not giving nothing away with this question. Did they touch on his death? Like the whole like behind what happened or who did it?
No,
They
Like
did
that.
that
no.
because it's
They
still
did
not
that
so
smooth
like
though. The way they touched on this passing was smooth. It was
super
the way
smooth.
like because we already know that part, and it's
We know
like
that part.
they didn't dive deep off into it. Of course, they told you that this is an ongoing investigation, which we all know that much still. But it's mainly the way they breezed and talked about that was solid, man. Trust me,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
Yeah, we don't want to
It
give it
gave
away
you a
because the
For
way
different
they
sure.
insight
did
on
it.
that too a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
How long is it? Is it a long documentary? How long is it?
hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, man, it ain't that long, but man, it's real solid though, man. It's
I'm gonna
real
have to peep,
solid.
Yeah,
peep it out. Yeah, peep it out. Check it out. So
Give
yes,
you a
sir.
different outlook on that man life, man.
For
yeah,
real.
I was watching something. It was I forgot what it was. It was Chris Rock doing an interview, and he
Yeah.
was saying he couldn't put Biggie into his top 5 because he only had 2 albums. I'm like, that's not you
No,
can't
bro, come on.
I can't agree with that, man.
What do you say now?
Can't
Because
agree.
you,
Chris
Chris
Rock,
Rock said, yeah, go ahead, tell him. Go ahead,
uh,
Jared. Tell
uh,
him, tell him,
Chris
tell him.
Chris Rock was saying he can't put Biggie in his top 5 because Biggie only had 2 albums. You know, because he passed. He say his discography, he feel like 4 or 5 albums. But you can't compare him to other people that got this and they got a bigger discography, but because he passed with 2 albums. But I'm like, no, you still up there. Like his 2 albums better than some people's one or whole discography. So, and just how he came in the game. People come after him. Definitely,
He
Mm-hmm.
definitely hold
definitely,
weight, bro. I
yeah,
feel like what he did with them 2 albums alone held more weight than most people's whole career. And
exactly,
then it's like we see the hey, look how much work Tupac put in though before he went out.
right,
Like from the movies to the interviews to the
man,
music. Look how much
yeah,
he did though versus his peers at that time.
right,
Mm-hmm.
And still, people have surpassed his statuses today, yeah. But just think about that. And then Big, we can't just, yeah, but nah, man, I don't agree with that because man, you can't just say
yeah,
that because it wasn't like he just popped about the blue.
right, 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 right,
Man,
right.
that man been rapping, man, and then man, once you watch the documentary, man, you gonna see, bro.
Right. He's
And
definitely in
then
my
zone,
top
man, and
5 all
then
time. Yeah.
who is Big?
Yeah, definitely my
Man,
top
for
5 all
real,
time. Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I said that
Yeah.
on not the last episode, but we talked about that. We was on it was on one of the previous episodes and on Beats and Bits. I've been said
Right.
Biggie, like Biggie really gave me my swag when I was younger. Like
Hmm.
I was always the big tall dude.
Yeah.
So I wanted to wear like my uncle, funny story. My uncle used to wear Coogee, like he was the only person that I seen wear Coogee that was a black man
Wow.
until Big, and he had that same sweater. So I said, damn, like,
Right.
and my uncle used to be up in Big, what you call him? So
You
it's just
felt
And the
that.
like,
You
kangaroo
felt
and the
that.
kangaroo hat. And the kangaroo hat too.
yeah, like, yeah, like the yeah. So I'm like, damn, did Biggie kind of rip my uncle a little bit? Cause I ain't never seen like no. Like I seen the Kango hats, but I ain't never
Hmm.
seen like no like he was rocking the same, and I'm talking about in the '80s. And he used to
Man.
be all up and through New York City, Philadelphia, Atlantic City, and all that. So I'm like, damn, maybe he might have seen that and was like, you know what I'm saying? He might have been coming through the Ave
He
one
might
time
want
and
to put
just
that
seen me.
on. He might want to put that
Yeah, I
on.
was like, this the same. I looked in the closet. I said, this the same. And I peeped the tag on it. I said, oh, maybe he just bought that because he seen Biggie do it. Maybe my uncle was tapped in, but
Yeah.
I was like, no, this mother say 1987 on there, mother.
That boy said
I said this is
1987.
cold.
Yeah,
Then I
man.
started rocking it, and then I outgrew it though, because it was like a 2X. So then I got taller in the high school, couldn't rock that mother no more, man. Broke my heart. I'm
Mm.
like, damn, this is
Man,
that vintage
I
right
think,
here.
I think, man, if you ain't get your swag from either your daddy or somebody or cousin, because I got some of my swag from my uncle too. Like
Hmm.
he was always rocking the freshest, like fitted hats and jerseys, like at that time, man.
Right.
And when he passed, of course, that stuff, I went and got the hats, and then that made me go buy more hats.
Right. Right.
It made me go buy more hats. You feel me?
Yeah.
You talking about I'm having over 60 hats at one time. Like, bro, I gotta put them in cases.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just saying, bro. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
For
I think,
sure.
man, you see your swag and you get it from somebody until you develop
For sure.
your own. Which, like,
Mm.
this one right here, the importance of self confidence and believing in yourself, even when you can't see it.
Oh
Oh
man,
man.
that's the shoot. Go
The
ahead,
importance
Jared.
of self
I'm gonna go.
confidence
I'm
and
gonna
believing
let
in
y'all
yourself,
go. I'm gonna go last.
even when you
Man,
can't see
I think with even with sticking for me, man, I always see like I seen an interview today with Big Sean. He was
it.
talking about he all start with the mindset. You gotta before you do it, you gotta visualize it. And then you
Mm-hmm.
gotta speak it to existence. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
if
yeah.
your mindset ain't right, ain't nothing else gonna be right because what you think is what you attract. And what you speak is what you attract. So
Mm.
it's the power of the tongue and the power of the mind is a strong thing. So once you do that, and then you apply the hustle behind it, then put God first, man, you can't lose. That's anything. Not just trying to become an artist. Is this life? Whatever you trying to accomplish, you know. So yeah, those are the three things. To me, those are three keys right there. So yeah.
Zone?
I feel like with me, that personifies me, like especially when you actually start. I read a quote today, man, and me and Hayes was kind of rapping, but when I got off the phone, I read this quote from Pastor Jerry Flowers Jr. He said, "Isn't it funny how they always try to come back once you fix your focus?"
Ooh.
And so I feel like it is not and so and he say his caption was not today, Satan, and I felt like, I had like and I told this story 15,000 times, so I'm gonna just give you the short version. Like last year, man, I had a lot of things, and this year too, I had a lot of things, man, that was hindering me, man, from like reaching certain goals and personal tragedies and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? It was when I made that decision that I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I started taking the focus off of the things that was distracting me, or the like, or getting ahead of myself. Cause like Hayes was saying earlier, as far as like, family and relationships and stuff like that, it's really not a distraction. It's just really on how you balance your time. So when I started like taking this network series to Beats and Biz Podcast Network and launching it, and you know what I'm saying, and then live streaming every day, and then doing interviews with, some hip hop legends in their own right, it was a lot of obstacles, man. I had family that was dying on me. People was getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Homeboys dying, a whole bunch of stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? In the most unthinkable, unfathomable ways that you would think. I had stuff going on, health wise, mental wise, spiritual wise, and I just had to pray and just stay grounded. And once you make that decision, that's when it's gonna come. Like I remember my pastor told me when getting baptized, like, you know, you make this decision, you know what I'm saying? Your destination is already predetermined, but your journey is gonna be 10 times harder. You're gonna see people that's around you that ain't following God, like they life gonna seem like it's a breeze, and your life gonna seem like it's hard.
Big
Like it's gonna
facts.
be, you know what I'm saying?
I think, Zone, man,
And
and me and you talked about that one time and said, like, man, how almost do we be surprised when stuff happens when you can open the Bible and it's right there, like the same
yeah,
thing of God, like same stuff that we can read and see the stuff that's going on. To me, I feel like it's really important to see the vision, like to sit and even have a vision when you ain't got nothing.
Facts.
exactly.
Dude, man,
Man.
But they didn't have nothing
you
either.
can have $1 billion vision when you ain't got nothing, bro. Because it
Man.
really ain't
Exactly.
really about it. Really, see, and then I'm starting to learn this too. Like it really not about the money, but because some people can have the money and they still have no swag, no vision, no nothing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't got the riches, but we making the way.
Facts.
Yeah. You know what? I watched Bizzle, right? I went watching
Who?
Bizzle.
Okay.
Yeah, he was, he a Christian rapper. So I was watching Bizzle go from he
You said
working at the post
Fizzle?
office. Bizzle, yeah. Bizzle, not Thizzle,
Oh,
Bizzle.
Bizzle. All right.
Okay.
Bizzle going from working at the post office with his wife. At the time they weren't married, but they had started dating, right?
Yeah.
And so, he was rapping, he was Play Bizzle, because they used to call him Playboy because he was out there pimping. Then he decided that he gave his life to Christ, but he was trying to, you know what I'm saying? He was dissing Jay-Z, calling him nigga on the track, but he like talking about God on the track. And it was like, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of a head scratcher. And then he started the whole God over money thing. And then it just see on the he had first album he came in, and he was kind of finding his swag. He was with P Dub. P Dub was working with him. Then the second album, he did the Good Fight, and he was just saying how like you know what I'm saying, it started building. And then as you seen like how the more and more that he gave his life to God and he gave his life to that mission, that he went from working to owning his own company, signing artists,
Yeah.
going on
Mhm.
tour and doing a whole bunch of stuff. So just to stay the course, and then through that, you know what I'm saying? He had people, homies died, family doubted him, folks in the industry didn't want to let him in, you know what I'm saying? But he kept staying on his square, and you know, he didn't work with everybody. You know, he didn't work with Thistle. Shout out to Thistle. He didn't work with
Mhm.
Lecrae. He didn't work with a lot of people in
Mhm.
the game. And it's just a thing of just to see him stay on that mission, because he could have easily been um a popular rapper. He got the look, he got the flow, he know how to make different songs, and you
Mhm.
know what I'm
But he
saying.
choose
But
to
the
make
fact that
music about Christ.
Right.
exactly, and it's jamming. You know what I'm saying. I listen to it, you know, on a regular. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. I'm starting to listen to more Christian hip hop, and like I was telling y'all, like the anime rappers, the video game rap. I'm starting to listen to them more because of like the
Over the gangster
oversaturation.
rap.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause that's cool in the morning when you getting your day started. Get your little Travis Scott in there, or
I
you know,
Right.
don't
you say
even.
your little prayer. You just turn it
I
up. You
guess
know,
I'm
listen to
different. I
Will.
mean, sometimes, man, I like listening to something smooth in the morning. I can just wake
Yeah.
up with some trap like in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I played football, so that as when I got to playing football, I kind of always like every day I looked at it like going to work, like hitting the field. Like you there to do your job, and I need to get amped before I went to work. You know what I'm saying?
I
Some
feel
Oh,
you.
days
I
it
feel
be
you though. I feel
you
you.
know,
yeah.
some days it be smooth, easy riding.
Guess
If I
what?
do like
Sometimes I don't want to listen to nothing. I just turn the
Right.
radio
exactly,
off.
Look, different stuff for
yeah.
different folks, man. Shit. I started off with some R&B sometimes, just depending on how I feel. You know, something smooth, and then I transition to the more turned up. You know what I'm saying? On my routine, just because I don't like that loud. Sometimes I don't want sound like you were
You know
saying.
what I
So
used to hate,
yeah.
bro? I, I did not used to like doing shows and getting in the car and listening to other loud music. Like I do a show or be like at a concert. I do not want to get in the car and listen to no music that's loud, bro.
Yeah.
We already was just at the venue, the shit blasting, bro. And then now
Right.
I got to get in the car and blast some more trap or
Yeah.
just some loud music, period.
Yeah.
Man, when I used to lead the concerts over there on the south side and or lead concerts, period, man, I'd be listening to some R&B, or I just roll the window down, especially in the
Yeah.
summertime, just roll the window down and just
Yeah,
drive
give
off.
your
Cause
ears a
you know,
break, boy.
Man, for real.
yeah,
Especially
for
That's
real,
performer,
important.
like
man.
I be tired. I don't be want like what I'm saying. I just want to go get my food or going out to eat where we're going to get our food at, and go back to the crib, call it at night. Especially if you're the
Yep.
performer, but if you like the listener and you in the crowd and the music blasting on those speakers and afterwards you don't like you say you don't keep hearing that you want to tune out.
Detox, man.
Yeah,
Detox, man. Like, you know,
yeah.
especially when you winding down. I don't like to keep it on all the time. I start getting back in my R&B bag. You know, cause you know your boy they kind of I guess fell in love again or whatever that means. But you know what I'm saying? I don't
That
know how
boy,
else to put it,
wow,
but
whatever
Yeah.
that means.
I
Whatever that
mean, yeah,
means.
whatever that means. But you know, I kind of fell back into that. But it's like, you know, given the circumstances, I kind of am staying. I'm staying focused. But it's like I'm getting into that air. I thought I would never get there. Like I remember when my sister and them, they I'm talking about from 1993 to 2003, they was listening to straight hip hop.
Mm.
Now I get into that car, they listening to jazz, blues, gospel music. Like they'll listen to occasionally they'll dip in there. Like my sister was talking, was like I had like a friend of mine come and see me, right? A female friend, and I was basically saying like we wasn't even talking about me. The conversation ended up getting on me because I was just like I was telling her what I was saying now is that I'm gonna just stay focused on that, and I was trying to tell her to tell my nephew
Yeah.
don't be out. He in college. He at LSU, so you know he a pretty boy. You know, nice,
Mm.
handsome little fella. I said, man, don't focus. I tell him all the time. I say, man, look, you seen what happened with your uncle. Stay the course. I know it. They know they throwing it at you. You in shape. You looking good and all that, but don't be spending all your money on them. And
Yeah.
so he was. So then she pulls out. She like, how you mean don't we spending money on him? I said he can't get him off the game, then he don't need them. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? He got to
That's
come
a big
in, and
fact.
if they don't like his personality, and she was like, Well, she was like, well, what you mean you ain't gonna date her? I mean, but you gotta get to that stage before you get to date. You just can't come in and just start dating, start taking them out and doing all this other stuff, and they ain't even proved themselves worthy. And so she was like, what you mean? Like, dudes is out here cashing. I said, that's the problem. Like, she started quoting Meg the Stallion. So
Oh
she was
man.
like, he already made it. I said, no, 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 no,
He's talking about some
no,
no.
hell no. It ain't the same. No, because back in the day, women wasn't going like that. You
Yeah.
feel me?
It's
You
a whole different
had
ball
to
game now,
date a.
man.
Yeah, it's like you can't. And I be trying to explain it to like my people. Like, it's a different ball game. They not coming
Yeah.
to the table with nothing. Like, this is
Females, the new niggas nowadays, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They will.
hey, I mean, exact. But again, we can. That's another topic for another
Yeah,
show.
another tell yes,
Cause
no.
I'm just
We
telling you
scratch the
just
surface
how
on that one. You heard?
it's changed so much to the
Yeah.
point where, like, man, when I
Wow.
leave a venue, or if I ain't in the core, or if it ain't like I'm ain't at work, I ain't listening to music like that. That's why I got YouTube Premium, cause I be on YouTube more than anything else. Like, I get on, I watch me a couple of shows or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but like I'm learning, I'm finding myself more soaking up information. I'm watching more interviews. I'm watching
Yeah.
podcasts about
Right.
different people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, before we got on here, while I was in the shower, I was listening to this dude. I forget his name. I think his name is Robert, and he got a show called Robservation, but he like a movie producer. So
Mm-hmm.
he worked at Warner Brothers, and he was giving like everybody the behind the scenes juice about him while
Mm-hmm.
he was working there when Zack Snyder was working there. Because they trying to
Right.
railroad this new Justice League. Like, they know it's fire, and they trying to railroad this mug. So,
Oh
you know
wow.
what I'm saying? Because they got it coming out 2 weeks after King Kong. But that's the type of
Yeah.
stuff that I'll be looking. I'll be
Like an
like, damn.
actual Justice League, new Justice League movie.
It's the original cut, the original 4 hour cut. But I say all
Okay.
that to say this. I'm looking and listening to more things about the entertainment industry itself as we get deeper and deeper into this. Like, as we
Mm-hmm.
get farther along, like, I'll be
Yeah.
listening to the music, but I find myself not listening. I used to just sit back with a CD player in the corner on the floor, listening to Murphy's Law, like from top to
Yeah.
bottom, not
He said
Yeah.
the
skipping through
top
that
to
much.
bottom.
Yeah, from the beginning to the end.
Right.
The intro to the last song. You know. So, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to be less long winded, but I wanted to
No,
kind
you
of break it
good.
down.
You speaking your
Bruh,
mind. You
I
good.
let you go sometimes because, man, you be
Yeah.
talking and talk, so, man, it be, you be on point about what you be saying. But, but the topic was, man, the importance of self-confidence and believing in yourself even when you can't see it. And I think, man, we kind of, touched on it, but just to kind of reiterate, if they got lost in the sauce, you got to believe in yourself even when you can't see it, because you could be
Yeah.
sitting on $1 million vision. You feel me?
Hey,
So,
I'm gonna end it with this. I'm gonna end that with this. If you don't believe in yourself, then why should you expect anybody else to believe in you?
Yeah.
uh,
I mean, I'm gonna take it a step further. I feel like if God believe in you enough to wake you up every morning that your journey ain't over with, why you don't believe in yourself? God believed in you to wake
Man,
up. Like, He ain't called you home yet. Your
right,
journey ain't finished.
and
right.
that's
Because
just having self-confidence, period, about whatever. Because I feel like, man, because some people don't want to be a boss or nothing. Like, some people don't want to own,
Right, right,
like, they, so everybody not an entrepreneur. Like, they don't got that mindset. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Some people just going, doing what they doing, and coming home and chilling or whatever they be doing. So,
right,
and
right,
they content
Mhm.
because they bills paid.
right.
They good.
Can't
They
knock them
still
at
don't want
all.
for
Can't knock them at all. Right.
you
Exactly.
can't knock people. So everybody don't have these big aspirations of being a boss or owning things and
Right,
giving back to the
Yeah,
community and stuff like
right,
that. You
right,
know what
right.
I'm saying? So,
exactly. Some
but
people is,
still, huh?
some people, man. I mean, they may have life where they want it. I feel like the people like us. I feel like we want some. It is not just for us no more. It used to be, I'm gonna speak for me. I feel like when you like it used to be, I just wanted to get $100 million. I wanted to get the biggest, thickest, finest chick on the
Mm-hmm.
block with
Hell
the
no.
biggest, freshest car with the spinners on. Like, I wanted the box Chevy with the spinners on it, and I wanted the
Mm-hmm.
Maybach with
Did
the
you know how you
stars.
was gonna get it though?
No, but as I
Yeah.
got older and as I realized, because I just wanted that because I saw the rappers. That's what everybody respected was the money. But then as I got older, it got deeper. It was like now I want this to happen because I want this to like I want to buy my mama a house and a car and a nice neighborhood, nice gated community, nice ranch style house. She ain't got to go all up and downstairs and all that. Everything is right there. Now I want to help my nieces and nephews pay get through school and pay their student loans and you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. And now I want to help Hayes and Lil Cryro and Charlie and everybody drop bags off and then Lord's will
But
if I
that's that vision though, bro. But that's you having a
Yeah,
vision to do that.
for
Because
sure.
right now you ain't got it to do it, but it's in your mind to do it.
yeah
And that's what's gonna attract it. Just that mindset right there, and the hustle behind it. For sure.
Man,
mhm.
having a partner that believes in your dream just as much as you do makes it easier too.
You said having a partner?
Having a partner that believes in your dream just as much as you do makes
Can
it
I start
easier
this one
too.
off? Can I start this one off?
Gone, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just use this perfect example for this question will be Kevin Gates and Drika Gates, because
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
when they started off, she was his manager, and they would just go to the shows, just them two together. She'll take care of the business. He just take care of the music. I feel like they're the perfect two. Yeah, I feel like behind every great man is a great woman, man, for sure.
Oh,
A great a great
Exactly.
as a man, you can do a lot by yourself. I ain't taking nothing away, but a woman, it's just her perspective and how she move, man. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that she can tell you something about something that'll make you like really do it. Like it'll be
Right.
like, what? You think I should? And you might be like really listen to her like on another level. That's gonna make you go out and do it, and it might be the right move for you. That's gonna make you
Facts,
be like,
Exactly.
man, is she straight putting me up on game about some shit
facts.
hmm
that your homies
Oh
them ain't,
yeah.
or even yourself wasn't even thinking.
Man, for real,
Man, I'm still look, I feel like too, you have to kind of find yourself first and kind of do your thing because
no, for real,
I that's basically what I've been looking for my entire life.
Is
It's
what?
somebody that's gonna share my vision and then I share
for
their
sure.
vision. It's not a one-way street.
Mhm.
You feel me? It's not a one-way street. It's not a selfish thing. It's a how can I help her accomplish her dreams and how can she help me accomplish her dreams? You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I mean, how can I, what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I get what you're
it
saying.
it is on both ends. It's not a selfish thing. It's not a crab thing. It's a what I'm saying? It's very
Yeah,
much a team aspect. Um, now so more than ever, like that's kind of what I've been looking for. But I realized I got to find my journey first, and then get on that path first, and maybe
but it's gonna be
accumulate
even
something.
better when you on your own path and you with somebody and she tell you something or motivate you, like yeah, or cheering you on.
Yeah,
For
You know what I
sure.
mean?
like
Because
Yeah,
even though
man.
we know that you're gonna be confident in what you're doing, but we just saying it ain't nothing like your partner cheering you on. That's a woman, and she cheering you on, and she makes you feel good about your moves that you make.
Yeah, for sure. That's
exactly,
you have this having that this having somebody like that in your corner that's gonna go hard for you. That's just motivation in itself. You know what I'm saying, to give you that extra push. Cause some days we feel like we feel like fuck this, I don't want to do this no more. But they'll give you that motivation. You know what I'm saying, to keep you on the right path and and even make sure the people around you got around that tell you, no, this person ain't right, this person ain't right, this person good for you, this
hmm
person, they just that third eye for you.
for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Like that's again, and I tell Hayes this all the time. You
What, man?
got your one, man.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
and if you out there, if you got a lady like that, man, hold on to him, man,
because they
because
are
like
a rare breed
a
for
rare,
sure.
rare
But you know
breed.
what, man? I feel like in any situation, when you come into it already, you and y'all both come into a situation already, y'all dog. That's what make it even more easier, bro.
For
Because it's
sure.
like nobody's trying to change nobody what you're doing. We both go encourage each other because it ain't always up on her neither to encourage. because men should be doing it too. Like we should
Oh
be
Facts,
yeah.
encouraging
facts,
our
facts.
we should be encouraging our women as well to do
No,
things and
facts,
be cheering
facts,
them on just as well as they cheering us on. You feel me?
facts.
But
That's what a team is. That's what a team is. Yeah, for sure.
but
For
but
sure.
I definitely feel like, man, I'm gonna show these women more respect than I show these niggas sometimes. I mean, like, I feel like
Yeah,
women get. I mean, I'm just saying, man, because I feel like
yeah,
women sometimes, man, get like a hard rap from the music and shit like that. I mean, like,
yeah. I
I
don't
ain't
get
perfect
that.
neither. I
I
ain't
feel
perfect
like
neither.
hold on, Hayes, hold on. I'm gonna bring it to you like this. I feel like the women are getting a hard rap nowadays because it's so many decent guys out there. Like they go to work, they handle their business, and all they want to do is get a shot. Like to be some of them be wanting to get in them draws, but
Hmm.
a lot of them be wanting to actually have a family, actually love the girl,
Facts.
actually want to be with them. Like they hit it, they still in love with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you try to verbalize that, like the women be already having a dude that they want in their head, and it's always
Facts.
the same dude.
Yeah.
Most of them, like it's some dudes
And
that
it's a
like
dude.
other dudes. It's some dudes that like this, or some girls that hold on, rewind. Pull it. It's some women that like the big guys, the short guys, the skinny
Yeah.
guys, the
Uh,
dorky, nerdy guys. You know what I'm saying? But a lot
got
of
money,
women,
status. Yeah.
they they want they. Hold on. A lot of women want a dude that's 7 foot tall, cut up, make $100,000 a year,
Right.
and you know what I'm saying. And so that's why
That's a
dudes
certain
is
type of
going.
woman, though. I bet.
No, but it's a lot of women that's like that. Hey, like
Yeah.
we Instagram it, like it wouldn't be because I put it
I'm
to you
pretty
like
sure
this.
that the mediocre chicks or the ugly chicks ain't current about you making 7 figures. They just want a man. They
Fact.
ain't
No,
tripping off if you making 7 figures or not.
it's
No, Hayes,
it's
They
a
gonna take the 7 figure nigga for sure. We not
no,
gonna act
they
like a mediocre or a ugly chick
no.
ain't gonna take no 7 figure nigga, but that I mean, but she gonna be
Listen, what?
more prone to just hop down on whatever she see.
No,
You
not
talking about the
today. Not,
baddies?
I'm
You talking
tell.
about the
I'm not.
baddies?
I ain't even talking about the baddies. All of them. Whether they got kids, whether they look like Precious, whether they, it don't matter. They got a. They got cause look. Prime example. Like first, like you
He
saw
said
what
progressive
BLP the Pac
disobedience,
Man
man, and they
did
all
for
gone.
Lizzo, right?
Huh?
BLP the Pac Man had
my
to.
dude from Michigan. The fact dude from
Yeah,
Michigan.
BLP the Pac Man had to send her donuts, send her flowers, go to the flute store to learn how to play the flute like she played the flute. Then she turned around. She got, if you look at her video, she got a dude that, and shout out to Lizzo because she her big fine self, but she got a muscle bound man in there smacking her on the booty. She don't want no regular. She said Bill Peter Pac Man had to do all of that, but the muscle bound man is who she wanted to be. And she already dating a dude on the when she said she was dating a dude on the Minnesota Vikings, she was dating a dude on the Minnesota
Yeah.
Vikings. Hey, it's
But
like
old dude.
I'm just yeah,
Yeah.
she was really saying
He
that because
said she
dude,
meant what she
she
said.
meant what she
Right.
said. And then after the video dropped, here he is at the concert. So and then she was extra with the performances, and then you see Gabby Sibiday engaged to a white dude. You know what I'm saying? Um, Nicole
Just
Byers
doing what?
engaged to a white. I'm just saying, like skinny white dude. Like
They just
they
doing what the black dudes do.
no,
Mm.
but see, that's the dude that already. Listen, we gotta
They
like.
just doing
I
what
know
so
this a
many others have
sidebar.
done before. It ain't
No,
nothing
but
new.
that's because check this out. The reason
Niggas
why
get the
them dudes.
bag and they want to get the foreign everything.
No, but the reason why that was because them dudes that did do that, they didn't want Kanye when he was broke and dusty. They didn't want um
But we
who else
actually
did
Got
seen Kanye chasing after Kim though. We seen him
but
going
Yeah.
for
my whole but he said but he told you then he showed you. He told you on Gold Digger what he was finna do. He told you and then he showed you. But the reason why he said,
and
man,
they
they
asked
didn't
for a
love me
white
when
girl.
he said he ain't love they didn't love me when I was broke. He said he traveled 30 hours. He St. Louis, Chicago to St. Louis, St. Louis to Chicago. is getting, you know what I'm saying? He said he was going back and forth with her and getting dogged out by a girl her. So he like, man, you know what I'm saying? The girls ain't Chicago. I got me a little chick in St. Louis. I'm getting dogged out by her. I'm getting dogged out by my little chick that, I made it on. And he said his daddy, he told the girl daddy that he was gonna get married to her on college dropout. Then she left him because she couldn't handle the fact. Look at it, man. Like, and even to the Aisha Curry situation.
We
My
talked
man
about that.
Steph ain't been the same. I'm not finna talk about it. I'm just saying, like, women be wanting to have
What
the
was you finna
best
say,
of
man?
the
And Steph
best.
ain't been the same since, man.
No, he ain't. But I'm saying women want the best of the best. It don't care how many kids they got, how ugly they is, how fat they is. They gonna want the best of the best. And if a dude want the best of the best, they gonna tell, you should just be happy with an ugly chick or a fat chick or a skinny
Yeah.
chick. You should
Y'all heard
just
what
be
B Simone
happy that
said
somebody want to bust it open for you. You better close your eyes and pretend she a baddie when you in the
Yeah, I
group.
think I know what you're talking about, Jay. What she say though?
but she don't want no dude that work a 9 to 5. He gotta
No, he
yeah,
gotta
she
be
said
trapping.
no, it's
He
like he
gotta be in
gotta
the
have yeah,
boardroom.
he gotta basically he gotta be an entrepreneur or something like that. If he working a 9 to 5, even if he making good money at the 9 to 5, salary dude, it's still not her cup of tea. He gotta
She just want a
got
boss. That's all that
yeah,
is.
mm,
She want a guy that's not working for the man and that's
right,
got his own.
for sure.
But then she came back and said, you know what, we maybe
Yeah,
we want too much. You know
she
what I'm
did.
saying?
Right,
Maybe
She
we
did.
and
She
maybe
did
we
just
yeah,
make a
need
video where she
more
came
than
back.
B.
mm,
We need, but she told everybody else. B Simone can say that about herself, but she had to come back and check everybody like, y'all ain't on my level like that. And then they
right,
tore her up for it, tried to cancel her for it. You know what I'm
They
nice.
saying? They
did.
tried to get on out of here because she
But
told
she wasn't
everybody
lying
She
else,
spoke
though.
some truth
get
though.
on
She
my
spoke some
level.
truth. She spoke some truth for sure. Yeah,
She wasn't lying because you got to think about her tax bracket.
facts.
You got to think about the type of money she making that she can demand to say, look, I don't want to talk to no dude that's down there struggling. That mean I got to lift him. I mean, and that's okay.
Right.
Man, I feel like
Everybody
man,
got their
life is
own.
all about your choice and you
As long as
dictate your
right,
own life, bro. Whatever you want to do in your life, you can do that. Now, it might not be what the world and what the standards of the world, the way of the world. So what you might think right in your mind might not be right in the majority mind.
facts.
But I feel like even if it's not right in the majority mind, that don't mean that stray away from what you believe in. I mean, it just means that maybe you can't be so openly with your thoughts.
I
Right.
mean, look,
Because you
man,
might be
I
a
just
person that
feel like
feel like that you can't be a one woman man. You might
Right.
feel like you want to have two or three girls, or you just want to live this lifestyle like that. And you might actually find some women that's down with that. That you can move in,
True.
and there's 2, 3 of y'all in the house. People outside of it might look at that like, damn, they stupid. Them girls stupid for doing it.
Right.
man, I can't even be doing, man. Look,
Man, look, bro, people do it though. It
I
goes
know.
Yeah.
down like this, bro.
I always say
Just
though.
you can't fathom doing it, but it's people living like that.
Right.
That shit
I,
normal over in a different country. They got a different wives and 4, 5 wives and stuff.
Hey, if that's them. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, that is how it go down. Um, I'm just saying, man, just for me and my peace, I couldn't. I don't know if I could do
Except
it
for
for
me and
me.
my feet.
Like, I'm just saying, like, it's already for me. It's already like I
So I
just.
just say that, man. This shit about choices. It's your choice.
It
What,
is.
man?
It
yeah.
is. It very much
As
is.
long as you can live
All
with the
this shit is
choice,
your choice.
as long as you can live
And I
with it
feel
and
like the
stand on it,
majority
you
of life
good.
is really, really off people's opinions and shit. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
somebody'
I was.
opinion could be the factor of you getting something and not getting something. Like
Oh yeah, man.
people
Oh yeah.
knowing something. Like, have y'all ever like called like a customer services or like did something over the phone and then like the person who handled you was just horrible. Like it
Oh
just like
yeah.
you ain't get
Mm,
nowhere. Then you call back, you hang up on them, you call back, the next person just give you everything that you were just asking for. It's
right.
like
Pretty
damn, why
much.
like why didn't you just talk to you the first time?
Right.
Exactly. But you
It just
gotta
be like,
remember.
man, it's just about who. Like, I think like all it's just about people's opinions, and that's why, man. Sometimes, man, it's best, man. If you got an opinion about something, you got to let people just ride out. Because some
Yeah.
people gonna strongly believe what they believe and then want to convert you to believe what they believe.
Right.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
and that's
It's
from
all
relationship to whatever, because you can't let nobody manipulate you to make you change your mind. I mean,
nah.
some stuff, because I feel like with me, man, I'm more so understanding. Like, man, I can understand my logic and then understand yours, and then come in and be a third person and then see it from both sides.
Right.
I can just see it like that though. Some people can't see nothing but just from their side.
And that's the people you gotta stay away from though, because that'll hold you back, and they'll try to hinder your growth. You know what I'm saying? Because they got their own insecurity.
Bro,
They
you're
can't see
right.
it from.
Yeah.
They close minded. You call them closed minded people.
Hey,
Yeah.
or not. Hey, or we ain't like minded.
Right. Right.
We ain't
Mm-hmm.
like
For
minded with each
real.
other.
For
I
real.
mean, it got to be something. So that's why, man, we just gotta let people just ride, do them at the same time, do us, and then just care about the people I feel like that, man, and we need to care about and just worry about.
Yeah, man. I just say
For
this,
real.
man. When I was younger, man, I cared so much about what my peers or what people said
Yeah,
about me and stuff like
No,
that,
for
man.
real.
And now it's just
hold
like,
up, talk back.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I just I hated it, bro. Like and now I hated it because it's like a lot of the moves that I made was based on how I just felt in that moment. And
Right.
now
Right.
I kind of just move on kind of how I feel and how I rock and how, because those people ain't got to live your life. You do.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and if you try to live the way they live, they might lead you into destruction.
No, for
So
real.
you got to be able to watch your moves and watch how you going out here and how you and what you doing, and not be so caught up in this world. Like,
Right.
put God first, and then just take your time with it. Like you ain't on
That's facts.
everybody else's time. You ain't gotta. I made a video about this earlier. You ain't gotta. You ain't. It's nothing wrong with being innocent and lame. Like you ain't
Mhm.
gotta indulge in what everybody else is indulging in. You ain't gotta chase that. You know what I'm saying? Or try to get that validation, or try to whatever you feeling, or whatever emptiness that's inside of you. Like everybody get lonely, but you can't let that loneliness like take hold of you and take root in you and fester in your spirit and your soul, because it's gonna
That's
lead you to
real.
do things that what I'm saying, that you're gonna regret in the end anyway. But
True.
I just take it all in stride now, you know what I'm saying? Because life gonna still go on and you can't go back. I mean, if everybody could go, like if they came out with time machines and God let us have time machines, everybody do their life all over again and
No, for
everybody
real.
just be the best version of themselves. Like
Right.
they'll just be the best version of themselves, and they be like, hold on, Lord, I'm finna get like just say one day they come and God come back and say, look, I'm gonna give everybody one chance to go back and redo their life from a certain point, and you can't mess up. Like if you
Man,
stuck, you either gonna do it and you can't mess up. You can't come back. So if you find out that you tried to avoid this and then something bad else worse happened, then you can't change it. You gotta live with it. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? If that happened, I'm like, I don't know. He'll give you the chance. He give the option. Go to heaven right
hey,
now, or go do your life over right now where you want it to where you feel like it's gonna be pleasing to me and beneficial to you at the same time. You know.
that's
Mm.
deep.
Yeah.
If they happen, but I remember one time, man, I had asked a Christian one time, man, to my people. I was like, man, so you doing all this? Like, I'm just asking, like, so you going to church and you Bible study, you reading, like you live in a certain way, and what if you when it's time for you to pass and that's it, like you just go and it's just nothing.
Mm.
They was like, well, man, I'd rather be walking in this life here than the transcend on and it be real.
Yeah.
And it be real,
Yeah.
and then now I'm in the fire for life.
Yeah. Show
True.
love,
So,
man. Like
but it also
I
got
ain't
to be
gonna gamble.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna gamble with mine. Shoot, I'd rather be up there than down there. And then even like people be saying it's in the fire. It ain't even a fire. It's just your worst. Like hell is like your worst nightmare over and over and over again for eternity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people be saying it's fire, but it ain't really fire. It's your
Hey,
worst
whatever
nightmare,
it
your
is,
worst fear, your
whatever it
worst.
is, you never heard nobody saying, "Yeah, I want to go there."
Right,
No,
right, right, right,
no,
You never heard nobody volunteer to go
no.
there unless they
right, right,
just for stuff in the mind. You feel me?
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
You know, because I'm
Basically,
not even I was raised in the church, but I don't go every Sunday. You know, I ain't been in a
Right.
while. Gone he'll shoot me his service, his church service or something like that, and or like I know God and I know the word and I do this and that, but I just feel like, man, like that's another thing too. Like, man, if you're talking about religion and stuff like that, man, that's another real opinionated thing too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's right along up there with like music. Like music is real
Right.
opinionated like, too. So I
Fact.
just feel like,
Mhm.
man, you gotta
So
just
it's all the religion is just the interpretation on what man thinks that what God is saying and what God is doing. But it's if you follow your word and you know what I'm saying, I ain't the best person either. Like I like if I came and I'm gonna like one day I'm gonna tell the whole story, not now because
Right,
we
right,
still writing it. But I'm saying
right,
like
right.
when it's all said and done and the network is where we want it to be and everybody is doing what they doing and God willing, he make a way for it because when I sit down and tell my story, like I'm gonna just keep it all the way real. Like I'm gonna do this video soon where it say you can't you can't praise him on the front street and then sin on the back street. Like people ask me all the time why I be posting, Young Thug and so and so, but then I post a God quote because I'm not hiding what I'm doing in the dark. Like I'm not gonna
Uh-huh.
hide if anything should happen, if any, controversy or scandal or whatever. I'm not finna run from none of that. Cause when
right.
you run from it or you trying to hide it, like Charlemagne said it best. He said, "Man, you tell you live your truth, cause so nobody can use it against you. So
Fact.
when you moving a certain way and you doing your thing, and when things arise, it's like you gotta be 100. What happens is people will live a certain lifestyle, and then as soon as it comes to the light, no, 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 I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. And then that's why they keep getting in deeper and deeper trouble because
Yeah.
it's like you know, like we see with different situations going on now. It's like once the first time it came out, it's like okay, now you gotta change your the way you doing things. Like the first
Mm-hmm.
time it come around, you gotta change how you moving. You gotta change how you walking. You gotta change how you talking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause God let you get past it once, so
Yeah.
don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? Stop gambling with your life. Um, and
You know,
so
man, I just had a conversation with man and my partner too, man, the other day. Me and him was talking about this too. Like some people actually gotta learn stuff by actually going through it, bro. Like actually
Fact.
feeling it. Like
oh
we
man,
like
I'm
you
telling
say it ain't hot and they just want to touch it. Like they just want to get their hand burnt off when you told them it was hot. For us, we was more so saying like I didn't have to learn like that. I learned from seeing you do it. I learned from seeing how you just got messed up from doing it, or I heard stories, so I ain't finna do it.
Right.
I'm
you.
cool.
Hmm.
So I didn't have to really like learn from actually going through it. Like I just learned from seeing somebody else probably go through it. Now that don't mean that I ain't go through nothing or having my little incidents where little stuff happened, but for the most part, I dodged most of the shit because I just seen like, oh, okay, well, such and such did it already. Well, I ain't finna do that dumb shit
Right.
because eventually,
Hmm.
hey Jay, man, I wanted to ask you, and what been what been your motivation lately? Like, man, and what you been like what's been motivating you to keep mashing, man, and just going hard, man, and dropping all, man, in the videos, like, man, and how you been doing and gonna come out with an album and
Yeah. Um, I say definitely God, and then another thing too, man. Kind of getting deep into me. 3 years ago, I'm adopted, so I don't know my real family. You know what I'm saying? I've never met my actual family. So, and then like 3 years ago, I found out my father actually passed before, like 3 months before I was born. So,
mm,
I kind of used
Mm,
he was murdered. So I kind of used
mm,
that as motivation. That I didn't since I didn't have that father figure growing up, I was gonna be it for myself. and that
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go hard in this music thing, so I can set up so that one day my kids can look back or say, "Oh, look at what my daddy did. I'm gonna emulate that. Let that be my blueprint." It might not be music, but it's gonna be what I'm gonna go hard in whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go hard
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
my daddy showed me how you this. If you want something in life, this is what you got to do. So I'm just setting up the blueprint for myself so that 50 years from now, my kids could see what their daddy did. You know what I'm saying? And then for
That's a fact.
myself, for myself, it's hard. Like even talking about it's hard. But since I
It's
didn't have
therapy.
that, this music shit is what kept me alive, bro. Like nothing else in life, not even sex, nothing. This is my heaven on earth. I'm able to tell my story. I'm able to express myself. I'm able to
Yeah.
be myself. I'm able to show myself through
Yeah.
music, and I'm able to talk about these things. Like in my intro, uh, I said, they killed my daddy, turned me to a savage. Got to make shit happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to reference these things that are on my mind every day. So that's why I go so hard and drop these videos and artistically express myself. Yeah.
Hmm. 10
Mhm.
toes down in the loop.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. 10 toes down and loot. And that title, even that title, it's just, growing up in St. Louis, you see a lot. You don't have to be from the hood. Some cities, if you ain't from the hood, you ain't. No, St. Louis, you could be, in the county, you go down. You just see things. So you
Yep.
growing up in St. Louis, it's St. Louis is just St. Louis. Growing up in St. Louis, man, you gonna see everything, bro. So that's why
For
I
Everything.
real.
move. We just move different. We don't try to be 6'9". Because in St. Louis, if you try to be 6'9", you
Ooh.
done. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
trying to be a street
They,
nigga, I ain't gotta be a street nigga because I done seen the streets in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? So we
That's
just
a
move different. So that's why I move how I move. 10 toes down on the loop, talk. I mean it. So
fact.
it's just
yeah.
that's what's down.
I'm finna hit y'all with this one. Top five TV shows, right? I'm
Oh,
finna hit
Man.
y'all with mine. You feel me? Let me start this one off, though. Let me start this one off, though.
ooh, that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be
And I'm
hard.
just coming off the top, too. Just thinking.
Hold
I
on,
ain't
hold on.
even
Before we
prepared for
go,
this one. Huh?
do we gotta go like in order? Like top.
No, it's no particular
Okay,
order.
okay,
I'm
okay,
just
okay.
giving you five straight off the top of the dome right now. I'm
All
gonna
right.
say Martin, Living
Mm-hmm.
Single,
Okay.
Jamie Foxx Show, Fresh Prince, and the Wayans Brothers.
Woo. You go next,
Mm.
kills. All right. You go next, man. I gotta go last. I gotta go
Big on Big said, "Let me get your autograph."
last.
Shout out to my boy Lawrence over there on the stream, man. He said, "Did
Stagnant.
y'all see the Biggie? Y'all got a story? Yeah, we gonna talk about it next week, Lawrence." Um, yeah, no. So my top five TV shows, man. Man, it's so many to choose
Man,
from,
for
man.
real.
Like, it's just like, bruh, like I can't really get. I'm gonna give you the ones I've been watching now. Um, I gotta say, right now, as of right now, I gotta say, House of Cards.
Okay.
Um, man, I want to say, like, oh, man. So House of Cards, um, Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Shoot, man, it's so many. Power Rangers.
Okay.
Um,
There's three.
man, it's so many of them, man. Like,
Yeah. Pick, goddamn me.
I mean, see, that's what I don't like doing. I just be sitting here naming stuff, man.
Man.
Of course, the whole Dragon Ball,
Okay.
Okay, there you
and
go.
then Black
Whew.
shows. Like, oh man, like I can't. I gotta throw a Black show up in there, man. Like, man,
Man, it's
it's hard. I'ma just say
yeah.
for right now, man. Like, what's the last real Black show that I watched that I fell in love with, man? Like P Valley.
P
Ooh,
Valley.
that's
Okay.
five. That's five.
That's just
Yeah.
a fight. That just it ain't even the
And
definitive top five.
them current shows.
Yeah,
I took it
ongoing
back
show.
on you. I
Well,
took it back like to some classics, like some
Yeah.
stuff I can
yeah.
watch, some stuff
I
I can
mean,
binge
Yeah.
I
watch
couldn't
over and
say
over.
like
I
I
can watch
couldn't
them
say
over and
like
over just like I
It's
ain't
too
never
much.
seen.
It's too many, bro. It's too many to narrow
Come
to
on, Jay.
five.
Come on with it, Jay.
All right, man. Look, look. Even growing up, the Fresh Prince is like my top show. Just because I can relate to Will Smith and his father situation, and then Grant Jordan's growing up and get the girls and all that. Fresh Prince is just my number one. Uh, then I got Martin. Then I'm gonna put a different world,
Ooh.
a different world on there. Oh, I got two more. Man, this is gonna be hard as shit. I'm gonna put the Wayne brothers. I like the Wayne brothers on there,
Okay.
and y'all might kill me for this one, but I really like the Bernie Mac show, man.
you know what? I
Oh
forgot all about. Hold on, hold
man,
on. I gotta
man.
I
switch.
Hey,
really
that's an
like the
Switch out.
Bernie
honorable
Hold
Mac
up, hold
mention.
up,
show.
hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Yeah,
Switch out P Valley for Bernie Mac, man.
man.
We
Rest in
gotta
peace,
do
Bernie
Hey,
that,
Mac, man.
that's an honorable mention right there, bro. We
Yeah,
got to say the Bernie Mac show,
yeah,
bro.
man.
man.
Bro, that be
Bernie Mac
having me
show.
rolling.
America, America.
America, America. Come
Rest in
Just
on,
the
peace,
way,
Bernie
America.
Mac,
just the
man.
way that he set that up in that time
Man,
when like he was talking to America like on some reality, like he talking to him like
right.
flat out like that, like bro, that wasn't even being done like that. I don't think.
Man, I gotta
No,
ask
man.
y'all a question now since we done did that. How y'all feel about Camilla Winbush, aka Nessa,
Oh
being
yeah,
on
I
Oh,
seen them
OnlyFans?
pictures,
OnlyFans?
man.
OnlyFans?
She was on OnlyFans and her pictures got leaked of her like being
Oh,
like
yeah, I seen
covering up
that.
like with like a little towel and
She still look the
my
same
old lady
though.
showed
That's
me.
crazy. She still look the
My
same from
yeah,
back then.
my woman showed me and I was like, oh.
Right.
I said
You
that's
can't
old
even
girl
believe
from
it.
the Bernie Mac. Hey,
Man,
I mean, hey,
I
somebody
mean,
like that chocolate, man. They like chocolate. They
I
like
mean,
chocolate.
but I feel like
Zone like chocolate.
but man,
You
I
like a
feel
Milky
like
Way, man. You feel sorry for her.
this. I
hey, she
feel
getting
like
her
this.
money though. You know what I
No,
Zone
man,
feels
but
sorry for her, man.
She
I
get her
feel
money,
like I
bro.
don't feel sorry for her, but I just feel like
She shouldn't
why
be doing that.
wasn't like I just because I heard it from like Sticky Fingers and different people that was in the whole thing with Moesha, like how that ended and then how he kind of
Mm,
he kept flipping into big roles and big stuff like that. After he left what was it not MOP Onyx, you know what I'm saying? So it's
mm,
like when you dealing with when you dealing with the fame thing and there's so many people, man, that like what's the girl name from Mad TV when she said that she left Mad Deborah, she was just in the Star Wars game too.
I think
And
I
just
she was complaining about man and she wasn't getting no money.
yeah, they wasn't paying her
Like
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 it
mm.
be going down for real,
and they
man. They
wasn't
don't be
paying her
give,
something like that.
they wasn't giving,
Shit.
what I'm saying, they was not giving her just due, like,
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And I know people who work in Hollywood in the entertainment industry. It's like you pretty much gotta work your behind off. You can't really be on like if you behind, especially if you behind the scenes. Like you
Deborah
can't.
Wilson.
Yeah, Deborah Wilson. Shout out Deborah
Mm-hmm.
Wilson. She killed it in the
Yeah,
Star Wars game. She killed it.
Deborah Wilson.
She killed it, boy. She killed it.
Man.
Shout out to Miss Deborah. You know what I'm saying? Still killing it. But it's just like when she had to lead the show. You know what I'm saying? And it dawned on me. I'm like, man, they really not. It really not. It's really, really a hard game. And it's like I heard from all the time, like all the time from people that I know. Like it's almost like if you don't like discard your morals on the back end, they not gonna let you shine on the front end
Right,
Right.
on
right.
certain places. And that's why I said back to our original topic that the game is oversaturated because you got people, man, out here. You get up on these labels and all that. You notice that the sound of the artist change. You get to seeing they get to being commercial, like with 3 6 Mafia. 3 6 Mafia was never commercial. They just had a hit that they
Right.
did naturally, that blew up and made them be commercial. They was never commercial.
Yeah.
Right.
They was never commercial. They was never ever. That was the most dirtiest, grimiest, craziest group
But
Slide
ever.
they
on my knob,
elevated
like
those
corn
on,
on the
and
cob.
they
Yeah.
elevated though, man.
But when you elevate and you change
The
what
sound.
is no, I mean you change the sound, but it's like you gotta understand too. It's still very much you gotta stay true to your core audience. Like you can't stay
I
stagnant. Like
think
I
Three
say
Six
with Jay.
Mafia did a good job at what. I mean, man, I
No, bro,
roll with
that
them
last
all the way
like
to the end.
I
that's
like
why
what
they
they did
was
a lot for
trying to.
Memphis.
Yeah, I really rock with them.
I mean, we do, but I'm
We
saying the
grew
way
up
that
off
it
that.
ended, because you remember Scarecrow and Lord Infamous died when they was trying to get back together, and then when the quarantine hit, they was just about to go back on tour for the first time in like 10 years.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know, this the first time they had got. I mean, now Juicy been getting money. You know what I'm saying? Paul been getting money, been making beats, getting money. They got been different businesses, so they wasn't ever about the money part. They living good. You feel me? They been living good. You know, they might not be doing it like as big as like a Drake or a Jay-Z or whatever, but they got some millions on deck. But I'm talking about that Last to Walk. When you listen to that Last to Walk, you could tell like, okay, they got a handful of records that it sound like a mixtape. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
That's why I feel like now they was getting together and doing. They probably still doing music. I think the album that we finna get is really gonna be the
But
definitive
Juicy J
final
got
album.
smart and he dipped over there with Wiz Khalifa.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it
Juicy
just
J
made.
changed his brand. Yeah.
Yeah, it got married. You know, he said he had. I remember being on Ustream with Juicy J, and Juicy J said straight up. He said, "Man, look, what up, Jacob?" He said, "PJ." We talking about the top five, but I just remember being on Ustream. He said, "Man, I ain't gonna never get married. I ain't gonna never settle down. I'm gonna keep getting high. I'm gonna keep getting this money." And in Memphis, man, like he was just going in like I don't want no kids. I don't want no extra responsibility. I got all the now you got a little daughter, now you got a wife, and now like I even see Too Short, man. Like it's just different when you get older. But the difference is I feel like with Too Short and E40, they keep giving you the same, like not the same, but they keep giving you that consistency. They gonna
Right.
dip over and they gonna do the current sound or whatever, like E40 did the choices or Too Short,
Man, it's
he
crazy.
did shake that monkey and blow the whistle and all that, but you
Yeah.
still had the
I love it.
same, like I'm talking about the same, basically like the same formula. You know what I'm saying? It was still them. It was
Right.
very much them.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Man, when E40 came out with Tell Me When to Go.
yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. I think that's how guys like them, that's how they stay relevant. Like they'll do what that they do what's hot today, but they still keep their true sound with it. And that's a true
exactly.
gift. That's a true gift within itself. Not losing yourself, not getting lost in the sauce, but still being true to you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's real.
I wanted to get off into a you ain't lying moment. This is a you ain't lying moment. Who want to go first on this one? Zone, Jay,
I'll let
or
y'all
how
start it
about
off. I
you,
don't know
man?
how this really works. I'll let y'all then I kind of
You know
go
what
Okay,
I'm
into
gonna
it.
go,
so
man. I'm gonna kick this off.
go ahead.
My you ain't lying moment is actually since you ironically just brought up E40. Um, I had to be about. I met E40 when I was 12 years old, man, at this club called the Limelight. And
Okay.
this around the time he had the Charlie Hustle CD out, the blueprint of a self-made or something like that it was called. But yeah, man, I met him and I also met the Brat too at the Limelight one time.
Wow.
You can find them pictures,
Mhm.
bro. I'm gonna find them pictures because I ain't lying about that.
He
But just
said,
know, but but that's my you ain't lying moment, man. I met E40 and the Brat at the club called the Limelight back when I was like 12 years old, man, and they was cool as shit. And I remember like actually, man, there was a flea market right next to it. So me and a few of my homies, like, man, we was actually at the flea market, and we ended up seeing him up there, and some of our people was up there with him and stuff like that. So he took some pictures with us and stuff, and he let us get like it wasn't no Sprinter at the time, man. It was a van. You feel me? Like it was a
Mhm.
van, a straight van. I'm talking about like a Savannah or something like a straight van, but But yeah, man. But that's my you ain't lying moment right there. Zone.
My you ain't lying moment, man, was I remember seeing Chingy at, I got to keep it St. Louis. I'm going to just tell you this. I made a video about Nelly and Slim. It's still on my channel, right? When there was
Yeah.
beefing. So Ali comes, I was working at the airport. I was checking tickets. Ali comes through the pre-check line. You know what I'm saying? And I tell them, hey, I gotta go get y'all tickets. So they go back upstairs. I don't know how the hell they did it. They came back, they had it, and I said, um, they came back and they well actually no, what happened? This is what happened. He pointed me out. Then he came back. He said, I'm finna go get the boys. And I'm thinking he's saying Nelly and them. Man, it was Chingy, Huey, Jaquan, and Ali. And
Wow.
they all standing in front of me
That's
looking
St.
at
Louis right there.
I'm thinking this finna be like I'm finna get jumped by all four of them because of this video. And they're like, nah, man, what's up, man? You good? What's up, Killzone? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I see you did that thing with Murph. Ooh, ooh. Man, I sat up there, I got them through, and then everybody was like, oh, what's up, bro? You start hearing everybody, and it wasn't crazy, but it was just like, dang, what's going on? And the next thing they was in Vegas performing with Nelly, and the beef and everything was squashed, and
Mm-hmm.
they was all up there kicking it. They was on IG with it, and then that's when we start hearing the rumblings of like a St. Louis like takeover tour. They was gonna
Yeah.
get the team back together and everything, and that was my UN because I thought Ali and then me and Ali pretty evenly matched. But I don't think I could took him, Huey, rest in peace, Chingy, and Jaquan. I'm like, man, I
Right.
had just met I didn't meet Chingy, but I saw Chingy at not Chipotle, Qdoba. And I'm like, if that Chingy, then he looked back and was like, yeah, like Michael Jackson off the floor. I saw
Yeah.
Jaquan at St. Louis Kitchen. He started rapping with me. He was like, yeah, bro, we could do this interview. I still need to get that interview, Jaquan. And then Huey, I just used to see out in the neighborhood. That was my first time I got to finally, meet him before, he passed. But I used to see him in that Cutlass that he had on the Pop Lock and Drop It
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
cover with Huey in the back of the headlights. You know what I'm saying? That was my you ain't lying moment right there, man. That was
Mm.
like, and then
Now,
after that, go ahead.
no, I ain't no mean to cut you off. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, after that, me and Darius from Mike Check Global, we did an interview
Oh,
with
word?
them, which was kind of like, yeah, it's on YouTube, it's on that channel. But it was
Okay.
kind of like it was kind of like foreshadowing like kind of what was going on today. Like he kind of I could see both arguments, and I'm just praying that they get that resolved. But to see all of them right there, that made me so proud because ironically, I used to be the one going listening to their music and their CDs and stuff, and going out of town with a book bag full of their CDs. And
Right.
Huey at the time, I didn't give no book paper, but I had like the mixtape that he had before Notebook Paper came out, and it
Mm-hmm.
had like the original Pop Lock and Drop It remix.
Mm.
It had, I think it had, I forget who was on there, Kid Trail, somebody from the ATL did the beat. It was Kid Trail, it was Ebony Eyes, and somebody else on. I think I want to say Diamond, but I ain't 1,000% sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember like having that mixtape and jamming it, and then that was my you ain't lying moment.
So, now,
Yeah.
let me ask y'all this before I answer. Is this music related or just like any celebrity?
It's
It could be
whatever.
it's whatever it is.
Okay. Check this out. It was one of my boys. My boy. One of my boys plays for Cincinnati Bengals. We I went down. I went up down to Cincinnati that weekend, and the comedian Michael Blackson, he had a stand up show. He had a stand up show that night. So so we down there for the weekend. So we go to the comedy club he was performing at, and I just happened to before he go on stage, I just said I made a post on my IG story. I said, "Hey yo, Mike, we're here," and I tagged him in it. So like we did. So then once I tagged you, I put my phone down. I heard my phone vibrate. It's Michael. I see a notification that say Michael Blackson responded. You see how
Yeah,
you can see we give you notification. He responded to your story, and he
yeah,
reposted my story. He's like, I go on in 35 minutes. So I'm like, okay, because no, because and this is like because I went the first time. This is my second time seeing him. I had went the first time when he came to St. Louis. So when he came to St. Louis, he out and I did. I never got no response. I just got to meet him afterwards. You know what I'm saying? But this time he actually responded. So I said, you know what? Let me shoot him a DM to see if he actually responds.
right.
And we had a full on conversation before he hit the stage. I'm like, Mike, we're here. I was like, I see some seats down. It's some seats down there by you. Any chance we can get those? He hit us up. Man,
Yeah, that's dope.
yeah,
That's 12 right there. That's 12.
and I told him my dude, because my boy played for the Bengals. I was like, my dude played for the Cincinnati Bengals too. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, but he hurt, and he was like, he was like, how the nigga there, and he hurt. And he started joking, man. He started.
Nigga
Then,
John
then
and
we,
in the
yeah,
DM and shit.
he clowning, bro. And when we get down there, he get on stage. He actually is clowning us for like 5 straight minutes. Like it was me and my 3 homeboys. He was clowning us. And I had on the jersey.
Hey,
I had a jersey. He was like, "Who is this nigga with the big nigga with the big baby nigga?" He said something like he talking about
bro, that was
jersey
like
being too small,
perfect.
man.
Like, soon as you told him
Wow.
that he played for the NFL and he was injured, bro, his
Yeah,
comedian little spidey senses got to working. Like,
yeah.
ooh, I can use that
And
for a joke.
Cause
Like,
he had crutches too, so he got
oh, bro,
Man.
but then it gets better though. It gets better. After me and him was still in contact, like we were still talking after like on Instagram. So I said, man, let me try to get some business out of. Let me see if I can get some business out of him. So I said, Mike, I'm working on a new album. I said, what's your price? Like, what's your? I said, can you speak on my album? I said for 500. He was like, then he's like, that's too. Then we was like, have full conversation. He was like, that's too small. I said, Mike, okay, what about 1,000? He's like, that's too. He was like, take the one, change it with a 5, and add a 0. I said, damn. He said 5. He was. He said 5 racks to speak on.
Oh,
Just so
five.
you know,
Okay.
yeah, 5 racks just to say some funny shit. You know what I'm saying? Just talking shit. Man, man, I told him ever since I said I couldn't do that, man. He wasn't really messing with me after that, man. But that
Oh
just,
that was a
man.
cool moment. That's a you ain't lying moment right there,
That
bro.
is a you
yeah,
ain't lying
yeah,
moment right
man,
there for the ages, right there, boy.
man.
Yeah,
But I
that's
say,
that's a nice moment too.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Still
And
my
then,
favorite
man, if you
comedian,
look
but
too, man, like, man, if you trip off too, man, when I met E40, like at the time, man, in the Charlie Hustle CD, he like on the phone, and I remember asking him, was he really on the phone? Like I remember saying, like, man, was you really on the phone, Carl? He was like, nah, man. I was like, yeah, I believe I asked or
yeah,
something like that. Like, is you really on the phone on the CD cover? Like,
What that boy saying
that's just how young we
though?
was, bro. Like, I asked him, like, was he really on the phone, bro?
man,
He saying though. That's funny.
Blueprint of a
so
self-made millionaire. Charlie
man,
Hustle. Yeah.
Hey, I
That
got
boy
another
was
one
on the
to
phone,
hit
bro.
y'all with,
You ain't
man.
lying,
Right.
mother. I met
I
him.
got another one. I got another one, man.
You got
I
another one,
got another
bro?
after you too. I
So,
got another one after you too. Go ahead. I like the other
Oh,
one.
all
y'all
right.
clouded with the come on with the you ain't lying
Yeah,
moment. Hit
So
him up.
I was at the airport, right, and
I
working,
got another one as well. Let's
and
go.
yeah.
I always say that she the like one of the women of my dreams, because the other one,
Okay.
she just texted me, but uh,
Ah,
but now like anyway. But the point I'm making is this. So it's Rudy Hustable and one of the women of my like the women in my life, right? Um, and she don't, like I say, she don't mess with me like that though. So that's why I said the other one just texted me. But Rudy Hustable coming through. I'm finna hit her with the
Wow.
enjoy your flight. So the woman in my life at the time goes, "This Rudy Hustable." And boy, she ran now. I'm like, man, and she had just broke up with dude. I'm working. I got my little uniform on. She all smiling, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing, ma'am? Oh, how you doing? Well, enjoy it. I'm finna hit her with it." And boy, she came through and was like, "Oh my God, that's Rudy!" And then after that, I was heated the whole rest of the day. I never told her that story, but I'm, if she watching, you
So you
messed it
said
up,
that Rudy
boy.
Huxtable, you said?
Yeah, Keisha Knight Fulton. That's who.
She
That's
hit
her
you
real.
up?
No. She ran like my coworker. Well, hold on, that's getting too deep. But the woman,
That was stupid.
it get
Come
too
on,
deep.
come on.
But it get way too deep. So like, nah. But like, she scared off Rudy Huxtable. I
Wow.
was finna hit her with the enjoy your flight, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay, this when you was at the port.
yeah, man. So when I was
Yeah.
at the port, that's what she scared off Rudy Huxtable, and I was heated the
Man.
whole rest of the day. I'm like, damn, I just wanted her
You
last
you
moment.
thought you was finna try to come slide up like, man, you was on.
No, I wasn't even trying to holler at her because yeah, it worked. I mean, you seen where I was there the day the Meek Mill situation happened. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We missed it because we left from over there and we came back. But that's another you ain't lying moment for another day.
Mm.
Um,
And,
cause
and so
yeah,
what's your moment, Jay?
Oh man, I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to do. All right, so I got a Zaytoven situation and I got a Meek Mill situation. But
oh man,
but
go
you know
ahead,
what?
get
I'm gonna give you. I think the Zaytoven situation is gonna be more entertaining.
How about give us both versions of the give us the short version of both of them.
Okay, okay. So check this out. The Meek Mill situation. This happened like 2011. I just first started rapping. My uncle actually works for Interscope Records. So I
Yeah.
so after my uncle was in town with Meek Mill for a radio press. I think Meek Mill was about to promote his first album, so that was doing radio press. So my uncle dropped by while he had some free time. He stopped by after my basketball game, and I just happened to have one of my CDs because I was recording off my MacBook with a USB mic into GarageBand. So
Yeah.
I had gave my uncle the CD to get a Meek Mill and to see what could happen. Shoot my shot with it,
Right,
and
right.
and uh and he and this was when I was like terrible. Like I was first starting out rapping. So Meek told my uncle to tell me that it would sound like I was reading the book, but still keep going. You know what I'm saying? Still don't let the dream die. So that's kind of been my motivation with that.
mm.
That's just make a that's the quick story. Now
Yeah, that's hard.
Zaytoven, yeah. So with Zaytoven though, I don't know if y'all remember this or ever seen this, but I don't know if because of the pandemic, like these big artists been saying, DM me, artists DM me. I'm trying to help your brand, trying to help you grow your brand. I'm using my platform to help grow your brand, help you out. See what we can come
Tag
up
an
with.
artist.
Tag an artist.
Yeah.
He rapped. The kids don't rap. So when I first
Oh.
seen this, this is like September 2020. When I first seen this, I'm thinking, uh, man, this could probably be my break, my foot in the door. So right, listen, this is my mindset at the time. So I DM Zaytoven. He respond back and this is like 4 days after he made the post. Somebody had tagged me in it. So I
Nigga, oh, I got a
DM him.
big fan. That nigga said, oh.
Man, he responded like the 20 minutes. Next 20 minutes. So he like so I sent him like 5 posts of music videos I had on my Instagram page. And then he was like, "Hey, what's up? Let's put something together." Yada yada yada. After I sent him that, then he's like the kill me part. He was like, we put something together. Yada yada. I was like, okay, cool. I'm down to work. I respect you. You a legend in the game. I'm giving him all his flowers, right? So he asked, "What's your budget?" So I told him my budget was like 500, and so he was like his deal to me was for 1,000. He'll the song of my choice. He'll speak on the intro for 1,000. So in my head,
No.
I'm like, bro, you not known for talking on tracks. That's DJ Khaled. You known for Zaytoven, the producer. You
Yeah.
know, so But then he was like, so I was like, so then I was like, I was trying to get to the, I was trying to take it apart. Like, okay, if I, what's gonna come with this 1,000? It's just like a one-time thing, or it's like a bitter relationship. He was whole thing was like build a relationship, and then when the clothes open back up, we're gonna start performing. He this and that. This is what he was saying to me. I still got the DMs to this day. If anybody think I'm capping, so but
You ain't lying.
I ain't lying, but he was like, but my thing of it is, it was more about the money because he sent in the cash app, or he was trying to send the money. He sent me two different cash apps, send this much to this cash app, and the money. I'm like, nah, bro. And then he kept being, he asked me, then he asked me the next day because I didn't respond. He was like, where the money? You send the money through yet? What's up? I'm like, come on, bro. I'm
Let
just
me
like,
ask you
that's
this, man. And was it from his actual page?
yeah, it's from his actual page, his verified page.
Oh
Was it
man.
Because I'm
actually
gonna tell
him?
you
No,
this,
I don't
man.
know.
I had them same talks
Ooh-wee.
with Davies.
Talk with Ace
I
Hood
got
too.
them as well. Where,
Yeah.
but me more so, I knew from the gate it wasn't them. Like I knew it wasn't them, and it was kind of like the same stuff you saying. Like, man, I want to work with you, and all you need is like a mentor and
Yeah.
this and that. But I knew it wasn't they. Like it's from their page though. But this is a company that's running a page, man.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a company that's running a page because when you look at it and you click, it's authentic. It's them. It's
Right.
they page. But at the end of the day, it's a company that's running it. It's not to say that they're not getting no money because the tag or artist thing that they was hitting me up about was putting my song on a CD,
Uh huh.
on like a playlist or something like that. And they were saying
Right.
like $500 and
Right.
send the song.
Right. Right.
And then was saying stuff like, I need to build a relationship and I need a mentor and we can do that. But
Ace
what's your
Hood hit me
budget?
with that. Ace Hood hit me with that. Go ahead.
See, I mean,
Oh, come on, Edgewood.
but it's not Ace
Come on,
Hood though.
Edgewood.
It's not Ace
Mm.
Hood though.
It's his
It's
people.
the company that they allowing to run their page. Now they getting a cut from somewhere. And
The
then
Block
again, I'm gonna say
360.
this. I'm gonna say this because I ain't gonna just discredit them all the way. I feel like if you do got some type of money, you will get something with them. Because I'm not just gonna believe that this they actual page, and I'm talking to a third person. But I feel like if it's money, they gonna get me in touch with these people.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not. Cause this what happened when I did some investigative journalism, and it was this kid that was 19 years old. He paid $2,000 to be on a mixtape with Bow Wow. First of all, that was your first mistake was getting on a mixtape with Bow Wow. Shout out to Bow
But
Wow
no,
because he a
but
legend.
he was doing that too though. He was doing the tag of
Yeah.
artists, Bow
But
Wow,
Yeah.
see,
DMX.
The
but here's
game.
my thing.
It's a lot of
DJ
them.
Drama did it too. DJ
Here's
Drama, the
my thing.
game.
I mean, but see, here's my thing. Drama, it makes sense for you to be on a compilation with the Block 365 and DJ Drama yelling over because that's on brand, like you said,
Right.
that's on brand. It's
Right.
not on brand for the game and Dave East and Jada Kiss. Now, now
Zaytoven.
But this
Jada
CD that
Kiss
they talking
had it
about putting
going.
people on is 50 people on one CD,
Right.
and the
It's
artists
50.
themselves not even promoting it.
Like
Man,
it
matter
They
of
ain't
not
even
even
them
saying nothing about
saying
it.
it's
man,
not
Ace
even them
Hood.
like, oh man, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say the one Ace Hood was. I'm gonna say this real quick. The one Ace Hood was talking about. He was supposed to come out in December. He said he was gonna post on his page. I ain't seen nothing about it. But that's it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Exactly, because it's a money grab. They know
Yeah.
that people is start. You get a DM. It's psychology. Because the dude
Hmm.
that be doing that be running it, they'll be working with it, Big Trill, which he used to work at Sirius. So I don't know if he's still
Hmm.
working up there or whatever. And I actually like Sirius. Like he was like booking artists for like K Slade,
Hmm.
booking artists for Sway. Like he was
Hmm.
booking different artists for different programs up there. That was his thing.
Yeah.
But I
Right.
don't
Right.
know if he's still doing that. So I guess he decided I'm gonna get this hustle on where I'm gonna be the liaison between me and these artists, and we gonna use the artist name because I mean I broke it down, bro. They had like over $250,000 that they made off of them 50 artists. and they
Wow.
bust it down. Like if they doing it 50-50, okay, the art he gets some, or even let's just say if the dude got, let's
I'm
say,
not knocking
60
how they
racks.
getting their money. I'm just saying, like,
They
No,
extorting
bro,
people though. They kind of. I don't like how
that
that.
is
I
extorting
can't
people
respect.
come
because
I
on,
can't
say it.
respect
Come
it.
on,
you
say it.
put
What? Come
say it,
on, cause this
Jared,
you ain't
say it.
They
lying podcast, baby.
This is yeah.
What you gotta say?
hey, they extorting people, man. I can't respect. I can't respect that hustle.
I,
No, man.
I mean, especially like
Okay.
when you don't need like
I
Bow
feel
Wow.
like though this is only one of them things. Now, this is one of them things with the music. If you allow yourself to get ripped, then you allowed yourself to get ripped.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
if you
it
think
still
that you
fall on
just
you
finna
too. It's part of
pay,
your fault too. Yeah, for sure.
it's part of your fault if you gonna go in there just so green and
Right.
just so just oblivious to what's going on, to where you gonna let these people say, yeah, this is official, they page, but you thinking that you talking to them for one. Then you sending these people money. Then you're not getting what you're getting, and then when you start hitting these people up in the DM, man, you ain't gonna hear from them. They
Right.
bigger than you. They got money. They got lawyers. They done made your money already. They done made, like Zone say, 250,000 plus that. All right, that's 500,000 now. Now we at 1 million. So now, like, niggas that got money off of niggas thinking like, oh man, such and such, they hit me back.
Hey, let me say this. Let me say this. This I knew Zaytoven was cat.
How did
I
you
had
wrap it up though? Yeah, yeah, man. And how you wrap
uh
it up?
I was like, hey, let's can we exchange numbers since we talking about me sending you money? Can we exchange numbers to talk about this over the phone and not over Instagram DMs? He was like, nah, you got my DM. This enough. I just ended it there, bro. I knew you was cat. If you talking about me sending you
Man,
money
hold
through
on.
Instagram,
So tell me why I forget which page. Oh, I got them on the DM. I got the DMs. One of them pay. I don't know if it was Big Trick. Let me go. Where my phone? I'm finna go look right now. I got my other
yeah,
phone right here. Cause I remember who sent me. I don't know who it was, but I'm trying to remember. They was like, "Bruh, we need you to take that video down because what did he say, man? He said something. He said something, man. He had said something. I gotta go back and find it. But they was like, man, take the video down. We gonna tell you the real story. I'm like, man, I ain't taking nothing down.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't take because I made the Bow Wow because he found that on you. I didn't even post it on Instagram. That was just on YouTube.
Wow.
So
And he
when he
told you to take
said
it
that,
down.
yeah, told me to take it down. I'm like, I ain't taking nothing down, bro. It's the
Right.
truth. And that video's still going up.
He
Right.
talking about
Like,
something nothing down.
I ain't taking nothing down, man. Like I had just dealt with, the whole I dealt with Meat Mill funny as you said that, but the other last week. But man, I'ma just tell you, man, like if you an artist out there and you got some music, bro, it's better for you to spend money on, finding some
Marketing,
actual
promotion.
marketing.
Right.
Yeah, man, because they gonna get you, they gonna capture out your money, man. They gonna
Yeah.
finesse you out your money, man. And really they don't even need it.
Right.
Zaytoven, Jada Kiss, the game, don't none of them cats need that money for
DMX,
real.
And if they
DMX,
anybody, any of them artists that was a part of that, I think because there was COVID going on, they
right.
they wasn't going nowhere. They just needed some money. So this company came along, had this little play. You have people play into the play, then they start seeing some money, and so if you was green enough to fall into that, then
But I will say
it
this.
still don't make it right though.
Nah.
Nah, man, it don't make it right. But
Nah.
we gotta. That's why we talking about it now to kind of strengthen up people, knowledge about
Yeah.
this stuff, and just kind of not be so green about, just because it's their page and they hit you back, like because people will think like that's them if you don't really know, like Jay and me know, or like like
Right.
we'll look at that and kind of think like,
Right. Because
let
I
me,
thought it
you know
was
what I'm
my
saying? Let me
comment.
start
Yeah.
asking a little bit more questions because I ain't
Right.
finna just send you no money, even though this from your page. So
It's
I
because
send
it's
you this
you.
money,
Right.
I ain't gonna hear from you no more. And then all
Right.
I'm gonna be doing is, I guess, in inboxing and sending
Because they can block you and keep it
messages
moving.
to you.
They can take your
Block
money,
you,
block you,
keep
keep it
it
moving.
moving. You hear me?
And keep it
Yeah.
moving. Then you
I
blocked off
was
of Zaytoven page.
I will
Well,
say this
since
about
y'all came back
Zaytoven though.
around, huh?
I say this about Zaytoven though. That the other people wasn't doing. I kind of give him credit on this. Like the artist, I guess the artist that actually did send him money. Because he told me this, like send him something like on your page. He gonna repost it on his story. So I guess you kind of getting if you still getting fucked over, but you at least you getting you on Zay's open page and that's
Have you seen him do that with somebody though? Have
I seen
Have
him
you
do it.
seen it?
Yeah, he did it with artists every day. It
Okay.
was like
Okay.
5,000 different artists every day. It was getting
Okay. Cool.
like check this person out, check out their music. You know what I'm saying? It was like a
Mm.
link to
Okay.
they link to their
No, man,
YouTube video or
in
whatever.
this music business, man, is based on the lack of knowledge, man.
Yeah,
For
This
real.
music industry is really based on the lack of knowledge, and now it's easier than ever now to go record yourself and mix it a little bit, slap it out, put it on some, and that mud might go.
right.
Or
Mm.
or you might just keep mashing and mashing. You might have out thousands of songs.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
true.
then if
But
you put some money behind it, you can put your own money behind it, put some bread behind
That's
your
all you need is the
business.
money.
social media marketing behind it,
Yep.
because that's where everybody at. Because of course
And
you
that's
gotta do
the
the street.
code right there. That's the coldest you ain't lying moment right there that I say
What?
get your money together first. If you young and you want to do this music, man, go get you a job,
Right,
go get you a trade,
right.
Use
go
that
out here
money.
and build you a life for yourself. Invest money, stack money. If you really want to do this, man, do it while
This
when
costs
you
money,
young,
man.
because it costs bread, and you gonna have to spend more on the
Cause you
marketing
can
and
do some
promotion.
free stuff on your own, man. Cause you can do
Yeah.
some free stuff on your own, but eventually you gonna hit a ceiling
If
of
you
because
wanna,
you
Yeah.
gonna start because eventually by you actually putting in work, you gonna start noticing the stuff that you do need.
right,
Mm-hmm.
You gonna start
Exactly.
figuring it out like, dang, I need this now. I need this. But that's only gonna come when you actually moving and putting them footsteps in. When you
yeah,
actually putting them footsteps in, that's the only time is you really gonna see what you need as you go along.
man.
Because you're gonna
Cause
be like, damn, I need this, I need that.
man, look, from studio time to mixing, mastering, to
Yeah,
buying, paying the graphic designer to do the cover art. You know what I'm saying? Then to go to the pray for promotion and mark. It's just a lot of aspects that you got to come out of pocket, unless you got investors, somebody putting a bag behind you. This is what
or
the
you
labels,
cutting that in half by doing it yourself. Because some of these
true,
things
true,
you can pick up yourself. You can go get the program to make your own flyer.
true.
You can I guess you can. I mean, because you only could do so much on your own by pressing your own buttons. I mean, man, me and Zone and you too, Jay. Like, man, we press our own buttons every day.
Yeah, right,
Like, it
right,
ain't. I ain't got no team. I ain't got three other people logging in to my shit and helping me post for me, and
right, right,
or
right.
or I ain't setting no reminders right now to post certain things. But I'm pressing buttons every day, and man, and I'm doing what I need to do. At least I feel like I am.
Right, right, right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Because me and Zone was just talking about this earlier. Like, man, if we putting in this work now, that's gonna be the resume.
Fact.
That's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
the stuff that people gonna go back on and look. So whether or not it's getting the views and the look right now in this moment, we still putting points up on the board.
Man, I still got videos that still getting views from years ago, still getting comments from years ago, still getting
Man,
still getting. I mean, and it's just like you once you hit the algorithm or once you figure it out, and then too, it's just about the progression. As long as you staying consistent, as long
Yeah.
as you don't never stop. Like that's my New Year's resolution is that every day I don't care unless I'm like sick and really really out of it. You gonna
But
see
what I
me
be
making
telling
some
you, bro,
content.
if you ain't sick in the hospital or in jail, then bro, you should be doing something, bro.
fact.
Exactly. Like
You only got
for
one life,
real. Like
man.
every day with it. And you
And
gotta
you
be
can't trip off what
with the
because just like the meme
views
say,
or
man, the McDonald's ain't worried about what Burger King doing, man.
exactly. You can't
Fact.
worry
So
about
we
your
can't worry about
money.
what nobody else doing because all these tools, it's enough out here for everybody, man.
Right. Or
It
people opinions.
is,
You
man.
can't. You gotta tune that out too, because that get people too. It got me for a minute, but you gotta
What?
do what make you happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You said you gotta do
So
what makes you happy, bro. You ain't lying about that. Oh, but since
yeah.
y'all two gay, y'all you ain't lying moments. Hold up, let me get my last you ain't
Oh
lying
yeah, you
moment.
gotta get your last one in. Yeah,
Oh yeah, cause y'all went hard. So man, I gotta
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay, man, my you ain't lying moment is back at Northwest Plaza again, man. And I ain't lying because I know people that was there to tell me if I'm lying. But me, my boy E, and my boy T, man, and we was at Northwest Plaza, man. We ran into Katrina, bro. Trina was straight at Northwest Plaza, bro.
Oh man.
And I can't remember what year this was, but I know it's for sure was like early like 2000 or something like that. But man, she was in that thing, and I could have sworn y'all would have sworn if y'all was there that my partner sworn that he had a chance with her. I guess he said that she looked a certain, and I bet you he goes like that, and he'll vouch to and be laughing because he
Who
said
was
that she
again?
looked back at him a certain way or something like that. He was like, man, I could have got her, bro. I was
Who
Why
was,
you ain't slipping a number then, man? Been like,
Man,
look,
look, bro,
man.
she was cool. She spoke to all us and everything, bro. She was like, hey, like she spoke to all us and everything.
who was
She
this
wasn't acting
again?
bougie or nothing. Huh?
Trina
Trina. Oh
Trina
wow, wow,
at
at Northwest
Northwest
Plaza.
Plaza.
wow. Trina at Northwest
Man,
Plaza out of all
prime
places.
Trina too.
Of
Woo.
all places, bro. This was back then, bro.
When she was messing with Wayne, probably.
Nah,
Yeah,
this was I
yeah,
think probably
yeah.
I
Around
mean
that
it could
time,
have
yeah.
been. It could have been. I don't
That was the
know. Yeah.
beginning stages of their relationship.
Yeah, but I for sure ran into her too at Northwest Plaza, bro. That was crazy. I ain't lying.
Wow.
Man.
Shout
Man,
out
I
to
thank
Trina,
Why
y'all
you ain't
man.
brothers,
take her over to
man.
the picture booth so you
I
get
thank
you a
y'all
picture?
brothers, bro. Who? Now what you say, so? Why I ain't take
Why
it to the tilt?
why
This
no,
nigga,
why you
man.
ain't take it to the picture booth over there to get a picture? You know the little picture booth. You know the little sit down like, let me come over here and get a picture with you. And then you would have had that on your on your in your car. You know where everybody put their little pictures with the little sticker on the window. You would have had that
I
much.
don't know, man. We wasn't thinking, and it had to be back then because phones wasn't
That's what I'm
phones.
saying. You could have took it to the little picture booth. You would have had like a
Because
sticker sheet
we would
of
have had these phones now, man. We'd have had a picture, but but phones wasn't even like that
Yeah,
back
right,
then.
right.
I think I had the Nokia joint back then,
man, the flip
So and
phone,
you
boy. You
weren't
had the
doing nothing
flip
on them.
phone, or did you had the big brick Nokia?
No, man, I had the Nokia that had the little green light, like the one with the little game with the little side game that go like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
That was
yeah,
it. That was the only game that was on that mug.
wow.
yeah.
Man, I
Man,
appreciate y'all brothers, man, for
For
holding it
sure,
down,
man. It's
man.
been real, man. For sure.
Hey, hold up, man. Hey, I know y'all, man. Did y'all see D'Angelo, man, perform
no,
on
I ain't even
verses
watched
all
it.
by himself?
I was live streaming.
Man, D'Angelo held it down, man, at the Apollo Theater, bro. He held it down, man. And I knew like I was a D'Angelo fan already because I kind of grew up like listening to his music anyway. So just sitting there for however long, I guess it was like an hour or something he did, bro. Yeah, man, he held it down, bro.
For
D'Angelo did his thing, man. I guess y'all brothers ain't never catch it, huh?
sure.
I saw a little bit of it when I had got through live streaming, but I ain't gonna, that's another you ain't lying moment. I don't really watch the verses like that. Like the only verses that I watched and then I cut off and came back to was because people was live tweeting it was the Gucci and Jeezy. Like, and then
Man.
the Gucci and Jeezy, like I couldn't stand it because it was like they set it up for Jeezy to look a certain type of way,
Mm-hmm.
and Gucci
No,
came
that was
without it.
just going into it. People just expected him to look some type of way.
No, I think that Gucci
And you know
came
what
with
was the
battle
turning point
records
in that battle was when
when
Gucci,
he.
after he said what he said and Jeezy said what he said and the music dropped, that was it right there. Like that was the moment that, Gucci just kind of looked silly a little bit. But but at the end, Gucci got it back by saluting and saying what he's saying. Hey, I know
Yeah,
y'all seen where y'all say Soldier Boy man claims that the rap game is faker than the
Man,
WWE.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy a legend, man. Soldier
Yeah.
Boy a legend, bro. Like
Randy
he
Orton,
gives
dog.
him.
I think Randy ain't that's his name, Randy Orton or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he said something to him like, "Man, they come on over to my world" or something like that. I think he told him that.
Man. They
Man,
He
just
told Soldier Boy, "Man, to come on over to my world, man. If you think it's so fake."
and then
I
Bow Wow
mean,
trying to get into that too. That's just crazy.
yeah, man. Look, I'm gonna just say this, man. So, like, I feel like that was Randy Orton trying to get back popping because Randy Orton kind of been,
Oh,
kind of fell off. Let's just be
you
real.
think so?
Yeah, bro. Because I remember when
Yeah.
Randy Orton was scorching hot, and he used to come through the airport all the time, and he was cool people. But
Ain't he from St. Louis?
now I don't know if he is from. He might be, but the point
I
I'm
think
saying
yeah.
is. But even still, it's the point of the fact that he came in on that tweet wasn't directed towards Randy Orton or none of them other wrestlers that came in there. Like WWE now got a whole new slew of wrestlers. They had a time where they
Is
was
he
getting
even
kids and
there
all that.
still?
He's still
Is he
wrestling.
there still? Okay, I wouldn't
Yeah,
know, man.
he's
I
still
ain't
wrestling.
watched
But see, that's what I'm
in
saying.
so
Like
long.
we like I feel like they was trying to get something popping with Soldier. Soldier said, "Well, he gonna give you your 15 minutes." And the rap game, I feel like they did kind of like a lot of the stuff that we doing with social media and stuff like that. Soldier Boy started that. Soldier Boy
Yeah.
was the person that kicked that off for real, like on the
Well,
real.
at least
Man,
that one little period of time again, he kicked it back up and showed you that he can come back in and
At
have
any
everybody
time,
talking
like
about him at any
he
time.
still
Yeah.
got his fans. His fans still is loyal to the pack to the point where they bought the shoes that he had. They bought the
Baby
t-shirts he
Nates. I
had.
remember Baby
They
Nates
bought
came.
man, not the Bapes. I'm talking about the Soldier lights. Like he had a light
Okay.
up shoe with
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Soldier
remember
Boy up
those.
inside of. He had he had what was it? He had
He got his own gaming council.
I mean it was a bootleg. It was bootleg as hell, but it was still the step in the right direction. So it's like he got to like I mean even still like just the fact that he thinking of different hustles and different things, and then he got like CEO Miami Mike
Yeah,
like
I
the
just think
dude.
people just don't take him serious. I just
Yeah.
think, man,
I don't think
certain, I
that, and
mean,
that,
people
I
don't
think
take him
that
serious.
frustrates him more than anything. Like I feel like he wants to
It
be taken
frustrates him that
serious.
people don't take him serious
Right.
Yeah,
because
but I
he,
mean, but if you that guy, I look at it like this. I feel like Soldier should never have started trying to be gangster. I think he should have kept every year coming with an anthem, and we
yeah,
just look for Soldier to come with like we look for Drake to come with that big huge record like he come every year with.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We need to look for Soldier to come with those, and then like he birthed the whole lane because like BIC still doing the wobble 10 years later. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you know what I'm
that
saying? Hurricane, well, not Hurricane Creek,
song is a hit though. Get
but
in
like,
there, Wobble
what's the
Yeah.
Baby.
other
Wobble.
song?
You talking about that
What's the
song,
other
that
song?
Wobble Baby song?
That song, Cupid, with the Cupid shuffle, he still Cupid shuffling. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Over there
Them
with
more, them more black folk anthems, man, and not
for
just black
real.
folk. Them songs transcended over to where you would be at weddings and hear them songs. Like them
Yeah,
songs
Man.
gonna forever play on. Like
Timeless
shit,
records, man. Timeless records.
timeless records. But man,
like
I
they
feel like
reflect.
I feel like rap has all. I mean, I don't look at it as being no faker than nothing else in life, or no realer than nothing else in life, because you always gonna get both sides.
Facts.
Yeah,
You always gonna get both sides, because that's just how life is, man. You always gonna get both sides. So as long as us, we weed out what we deem to be something that we don't like or what we like. But like I say, shit now is an acquiring taste. So, and I feel like it always been that, other than the radio. You
Mhm.
know,
mhm.
because I feel like if you listening to local radio, because satellite radio is way different than local radio.
Oh
Facts.
yeah,
Satellite radio be getting it in. I'm talking about
No
like that's where
commercials.
damn no commercials, and then I feel like that's where all the shit right off the press go to first.
Mhm.
Then it trickle down to your little local stations, or maybe it might be the other way around. I don't know, but I just feel like satellite radio different. Uh, who is the most influential person in hip hop? Jay Z or Dr. Dre?
gotta
Mm.
say Dr. Dre because Dr. Dre single-handedly made gangster rap, and if it wasn't for Dr. Dre, a lot of cats would be eating today. Like I feel like
Mm.
Dr. Dre gave way to not just Snoop
Dr.
Dogg and
Dre
all those.
made gangster rap sound. Not remember
No,
now.
he
Remember
made
now.
it commercial.
Ice Cube wrote for him. Snoop wrote for
No, but
him.
I'm saying, but when you craft the sound and
He
you
crafted
craft
the sound. The
when you
backdrop
craft the
to it.
sound and then you the person that kind of got everybody together. Like he ran into Easy. Easy, he was the one that started it off. Like we give Easy the credit for funding it, but
Who
Dre
wrote for
was the
Easy
one.
though?
Cube.
Um, no, Dre ran into
No,
Easy.
no, no. I'm saying the pen.
Yeah, we not talking. I'm
Q
not
Q
just
was
talking
behind
about.
the pen that crafted the sound that actually
I
all of them
mean, yeah,
contributed to.
Q, but I can't. Q gave us the bars and the lyrics and all of that. He gave us the lyric. I feel like Q gave us the lyricism in the art form, but I feel like with Dre, I'm talking about the business. I'm talking about from you got to think. Dre started NWA, left NWA, started Death Row, left Death Row, started Aftermath,
Yeah.
which he had Buster, Eve, a whole bunch of different artists over there.
And could get anybody in the world to go over there.
And then hold on. Then
Even
he
Rakim
came
was
with
over there.
hold on. Then he came with Eminem. And then Eminem came with 50 Cent. And then he had the Game. And from the Game
Yeah.
was
Okay.
But hold
Kendrick.
on.
He's
But the Game always said he was the first one to make it from the West without Dre. That was his thing.
No, he
yeah.
did make it with. What you talking about? He made it
That's the
made it
Game
with
said.
Dre. He
Yeah, Game
said,
said that he wouldn't have made it out the West without Drake.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
what you saying, Jay?
No, he said it
I
first.
thought he said he was the
He
first one to
did
make
say
it
that.
without. He was the
He
first to
did
make
say
it
that.
without Dre.
He
Oh,
said
to
that,
make it
but he did.
without Drake?
But that he was just popping. He was just popping because he
Nah,
definitely made it with
that would
Dre.
have to because even Kendrick with them, ain't he? Or no?
No Game. What I'm saying is this Game got put Kendrick on. His album. Kendrick was on. Game was on Kendrick album. And it gave him a spotlight right before, like he had ADHD and all that. And then when they did their record, they went over to Interscope because Game brought them to Dre. Dre brought Punch and J Rock and all them. He brought them. Game brought them to Dre. Dre brought them to Interscope, and that's why they got the deal that they got at Interscope.
Dre
Because
brought beats to the game. Jay-Z brought titles to the game. Jay-Z also brought Rock Nation to the game.
Jay-Z made a
Jay-Z
lot of
yeah,
have
millionaires,
also
man.
done. Jay-Z have also done things as well in the game too. So
Made a
I
lot of
think both of
I
millionaires.
them.
mean Jay-Z
I
did.
think both of them
Yeah.
equally contributed to where the game is at. It ain't
I'm
no
gonna say this.
one
Rockefeller.
I'm
more
gonna
than the
just
other.
say I gotta
It ain't
give
no
it to
one more than the
Dre.
other.
I gotta give it to Dre because he did it from scratch, like twice, and he did it from straight from scratch.
Jay-Z even
Jay,
wrote a song for Dr. Dre and
I
Snoop.
mean, yeah, I know that, but I'm saying as far as the biz influence ain't got nothing to do with the
I hear what you.
penmanship. I'm
Yeah. But
saying
like I
Dre
feel they both equal,
wrote the book.
but you just saying Dr. Dre is a little bit more is up there a little bit more. I
It's
get you.
just a little bit more. Gotta give Jay his props. And if we gonna put them in there, we gotta put Master P in there. We gotta put E40 in
What you
there.
think, Jay?
We gotta put Jay Prince in there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's the
no.
Mount Rushmore hip hop right there. As far as you got the independent game and then Tech Nine at the end. That's
Hey,
the
you got.
Mount Rushmore
Hey,
like hip hop when it come to business, when it come to the music, the business, the style, the wave,
Jump in
everything.
there, Jay.
Zone. I gotta ask you a question, man, because this has been a debate too. Would you put Wayne in there?
Wayne the most influential.
Yeah,
Wayne,
No,
I will. And the
you
only
wouldn't
reason why I said it because
today?
Wayne, I look at
no,
Wayne,
Look at
Drake,
the
not me.
generation. Look at the generation after.
I'm finna
I
say
say
this.
Wayne is only influential when it comes to the bars and when it comes
No,
to.
no, 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 no,
No,
no,
But
no,
as
no,
look at
no,
far
people that got
as
face
the
tattoos
only
now.
new
no.
That got
thing that
Wait.
dreads.
Wayne has contributed now has been Wayne, Nicki, Drake, and Wayne for sure. Man, Wayne been doing this since. So he was little
But
when he
hold up,
started off
I'm gonna
rapping.
say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. The way I gotta put, he
But
be
every
the
time you
second
listen to
person.
Wayne, bro, he gonna have some type
But
of
I'm
quality.
saying
So
Wayne is influential because he was the first #1 artist to make two #1 artists that was bigger than him, like way bigger than him.
Mm.
Not
I give
well.
him that.
I
Yeah,
say the
I
second
give him that for sure.
because
He did that.
Biggie put Jay-Z on.
True.
Got the second. But
Uh,
yeah, he did.
not
He
really.
did. He
Not
did. No,
really.
he did. Jay said he did. What you mean? If it wasn't for
He ain't put
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z on.
no, he did put Jay-Z on because Jay-Z was able to develop the relationships that he had to where him and Dame and all of them, they was able to get around him and soak up game to where that's when they was able to go and do a joint venture. Like he gave them that sauce because he learned it from the E40s, the Uncle Luke's, the J Princes. He learned
Even
all of
Tupac
that
was doing it.
and gave. What I'm saying, no, but they didn't know about it though. The game was given to them though, like the actual, like not just the example, like we was talking about before what's my man name that was we had on
Who?
help me Hayes real quick. He said
Oh,
it
when?
on the previous episode. I'm trying to remember who we
Dre
had.
Fire?
Not Dre Fire. He didn't say that. Damn. He gonna kill us in the comments, but
What they
basically,
say?
my man that wrote Proceed,
Hazy P.
Hazy P. Hazy P said it best. Master P gave us the example. Who gonna give us the sauce? Biggie gave Jay-Z and Dame and Biggs and all of them, right? Kareem, the sauce. And that's why they was able, when they made the commission and they went and they had the firm and all of that, and then you turn over into 97 comes around, they do Reasonable Doubt with Def Jam, and it's a joint venture. They spent all the money. Def Jam just distributed it. That was the first time Def Jam ever did that. You know what I'm saying? And that was only because they had Biggie vouching, because Biggie was supposed to bring his label over to Def Jam. Because I was watching Gene Deal, shout out Gene Deal. They said they were finna give him, I forget, he said between $6 and $67 million to start that label.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just
You
like,
can't just discredit Jay-Z though as if he ain't influential.
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that. It was the fact that Biggie died, and they had to go get it out the mud. It wasn't no choice at that point. Biggie was finna walk him in there, but Biggie putting Jay-Z on "I Love the Dough," right? Then you had them making the
That wasn't
commission.
his
Then you
pivotal
had
moment
them.
though. That song, yeah, is a moment, but that's not Jay-Z
Yeah, it was.
defining moment or nothing
It was. Yeah, that was
that
his
was just so
defining moment.
significant. Yeah,
I
it's
think about
significant
him
to
and
his
Kanye
catalog song
West.
with Big. No more than Bone Thugs and Harmony got a song with Big.
No, the reason why it's his defining moment, because you got to think of the time period. If Biggie had, let's just say Biggie had to live, but you got to look at the time period. 6 months later, Jay-Z dropped. Then a year or two go by, the firm drops. Now that's Dre, Jay-Z,
No,
Nas,
no, Jay-Z
Foxy.
was not in the firm.
Jay-Z wasn't in the firm.
No, that was
Who
only
was?
Dre, Nas, Fox. I want to say AZ
But he was on the.
and
But he was on the.
Cormega. I want to say Cormega or
But he
one
was
of
on
them.
that CD though. The whole point of it was the commission, the firm. Like it was
I
a
get,
whole little thing.
yeah. I
It was
get,
a whole little vibe. Like
yeah.
it was a whole. It was supposed to play into each other because the plan was for all of them to link up
But that didn't
to
have
kind
nothing
of
to do with
squash
that
the
though.
beef.
That ain't had nothing to do with Jay-Z though.
Oh, okay. I thought that was all at the same, because you at the same
No.
time you had, what was it, Young Money Records before, Young Money. It was Jay-Z,
What
Ja
the firm
Rule,
did ain't had nothing to do with, I don't think,
DMX.
with Jay-Z now. I don't think
No,
because
it was Cash Money Click. That's who it was. It was Ja Rule, DMX, but it was all. But I'm
yeah,
saying Biggie had it all pretty much. It
he
was
had it on
supposed to
lock
be.
though, for sure.
No, it was the way I heard it was Biggie was going to sign all of these people and bring them over to Def Jam. That's why they would get, when you hear $67 million, that's unprecedented for a label deal for somebody who just had 2 platinum records. You know what I'm saying? Like the record was already platinum when it dropped. So
Yeah,
he on the plane flying to, he's saying right before he died, this is what Gene was saying, was they was on a plane flying there, and he going over the country. He showed him the contract. So You know what I'm saying? It was just imagine the world of okay, he said he was finna this is who he was finna sign. And then from the talks that they had, Jay-Z was gonna get walked in by Biggie. It just didn't go down like that. It
I
just
ain't never heard
happened.
all this, player. And I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I mean, I
You
just
gotta
ain't
piece. I
never.
mean, you gotta piece it
I
together.
mean, this theory that which you
No,
was playing, I just ain't
I'm
heard
not
that
saying
like
this from
to
out
this
this man.
degree.
Now, if Gene
This
Deal
is something new to
is
my
capping,
ears.
he just put this out last week. He said this was the reason why him and Puffy was
I just
falling out,
never heard
or
this, man. Like, man, we just always knew Dame, J, Biggs. They was always the three that was doing their thing. But I
yeah.
just say more influential, more influence, like in the culture, like just how you just named everything Dre done. But I feel coming from that aspect, I would probably say now that I feel like Drake because he provides the sound because he make the beats. Plus he know how to rap, and then he get on them, and then when he rap, man, people been waiting on that. What they been waiting on
Detox,
from him? Detox,
detox. Yeah, they still waiting on it.
like,
It ain't.
come
He said
on,
They
it
ain't
ain't
man,
coming
never
come
out.
on,
coming
They
out, and
ain't
they
bro.
coming
still.
out, man.
He
But
said it
you
ain't
bring
never coming
out
out, and they
Beats
still waiting on it.
Headphones alone. But Jay Z did the title thing, so them are equally like two massive things that transcend, like that's in the culture now. Like it's
I
not
feel
going
like with
nowhere.
Jay Z did more. I would say for
Jay-Z was a
the
better
day to day.
businessman.
Jay-Z was more for the business as far
Then all
as
his tours, huh, Jay?
Man.
hey,
Yeah,
What
he
you say?
just
yo,
What you
sold
say?
Ace of Spades for 300 for $500 million.
I'm here. And didn't he partner up with somebody else or something like that, or he sold it to Henny or something like
He sold the he
to
sold the
Hennessy?
Hennessy, so he got 300 million out of it
That's a
off
smart
the
move to
rip.
be inspired by. You know what I'm saying?
And like,
That's a smart move to be inspired by.
Then he started Title.
oh yeah,
So
mm-hmm.
I know, man. That just moves to be inspired by. Because man, if you go
yeah,
back to that reasonable doubt,
yeah.
that's almost like Dre, like the Chronic from CDs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that there is revolutionary. Like, it started something, man. Like, people will
He's the
still be
best,
tapping
man.
into that stuff, like them, like certain moments, man. But that boy Jay say, man, it would be so Lil Wayne in the mix. Let me
I
ask you
gotta
that,
put Wayne
man.
in
And
there.
before we go though, Jay, man, and what would make you throw Lil Wayne in the mix?
If you look at the artists today, man, a lot of them got face tattoos. A lot of them got the dreads. You know what I'm saying? The drug
Yeah,
use. Wayne was the first to serve. Look at Young Thug. Look at people like that. You know what I'm saying? The tattoos on the face, shit like that. I feel like culture, fashionably, and then uh, what else? You know how Wayne with the how he use auto tune. Just shit like
yeah.
that. I just feel like artists now, like that's out now, are influenced by Wayne.
Nah, man. And he definitely contributed a piece though for sure. Like his piece, yeah, his piece is cemented for sure. Like he
Yeah,
cemented for sure. Because all them things that you just named is a key factor for sure.
yeah,
And a lot of people DNA.
right.
A lot of them rapper DNAs, man. Hey, man, once again, man, I want to thank y'all brothers for holding it down, man.
Salute, man.
I
Appreciate y'all
salute
having me.
y'all. Jay, man, is there anything that, man, you want to say, bro?
Man, y'all can follow me on Instagram. Y'all can see it below. J Fresh. That's the letter J Fresh STL Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter at Jared J314. And be y'all stay tapped in with me, man. Like I said, an album coming out April, May. You know what I'm saying? But look out for my new single, Pretty Brown with Angelo Cortez. That's coming out real soon in a few weeks, man. So we just working. Appreciate y'all for having me, man. Love.
Zone?
Shout out to Hayes, for the fam 87 ETV man, for partnering up with me in this
Yes, sir.
venture. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know Friday is Beast and Biz podcast at 9 p.m. Central Time. Me and my boy Sarah Zaku. And everybody holler at me, patreon.com/ DJ Killzone Jones, man. And we talked, me and Hayes was talking about maybe doing another one where like we had like another like an episode or something to where y'all could, support us over there too. So, y'all might see us have a You Ain't Lying Patreon where y'all get
Yeah,
bonus episodes and
yeah, man.
love debates and stuff like that, like the hip hop debates and stuff like that. So it's all coming together, man. And I'm just excited, man, for everything that's going on. Y'all know y'all could get at me. All my links is at the compile link. It's in the me up in the chat. I got too many
All the
Instagram,
links will be in
Twitter.
the description. You feel me? All of them gonna be
Yes,
in the
sir.
description anyway. So
And
follow us
y'all
on
make sure.
everything.
I,
Well,
I was gonna say real quick, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to For the Fam 87 ETV, the YouTube channel,
yeah,
and the link is in the chat. The episode will be up tomorrow, almost simultaneously. You know what I'm saying, on both channels. When we get off
yeah.
the live. So
I'm gonna
soon as
upload
it
it on
goes
my
up,
page and it'll be on your page as well. So y'all make sure
Yes,
y'all
sir.
tap into that, man. I want to thank everybody for watching. Y'all know what time we gonna be back next week. Same time, same place, man. Y'all just make sure y'all heard, man. Thank y'all. Hey, salute, 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 man. And we out this thing. Peace. You Ain't
100.
Lying podcast, episode 9, man. We out this deal. Peace.
Yes, sir.
peace.
100.